Oh, watch for beans.
That sign says watch for bears. Here, let's find you an eye doctor on Zdoc.
Look, Dr. Barker is in network.
That says Dr. Baker. Here, let me help. Reviews say he's very attentive. Dr. Cleaves has 5 stars and an opening tomorrow.
That's great.
Booked it.
Nice. So, why do I need to watch for falling socks? You've got options. Book on Zdoc today.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 select 1-pint annuals for just $5. Plus, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. With deals like these, your yard wins. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30 while supplies last. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Hawaii.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
And Alex Cora has to be feeling pretty good about things today with his ace on the mound. It's a Garrett Crochet day at Fenway Park as we get you set for Red Sox versus Mariners. First pitch coming up in about 35 minutes. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Alex Cora today, by the way, is managing his 999th game with the Red Sox. That's one shy of becoming the 5th person to manage 1,000 games for the team. And Alex Cora on WEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. And here is the Red Sox manager with Will Fleming.
Series finale with the Seattle Mariners with the manager, Alex Cora. And it is kind of a wild night last night, Alex. You had a chance 4-1, second and third, nobody out. Seemed like the game turned right there, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we got it closed and we didn't make a play later on, right? And they scored 2. And then we had a bad inning later on again with Wink in the 7th. But, I think the walks put us in a bad spot. 2 strike hits. Williamson 0-2, right? And then the homer on a 2-2 count. So we got to be better, putting guys away.
You love watching other teams. I know you're focused on your team, but this kid Williamson, I mean, he really impacted the game last night. The play behind third, the swings with 2 strikes. He looks like he could help this Mariners team.
Yeah, good player. Good approach at the plate. Stays inside the ball. He's a good defender. So there's a reason they didn't were aggressive in the third base market, right? They trust him, and we'll see what happens.
Crochet today. This feels like the 3rd or 4th time we've said this. It feels like a huge security blanket when you need a big win to have him ready.
Yeah, I mean, we got a chance to win the series, to have a great homestand, and to have him on the mound where we at bullpen-wise. It means a lot. So just go out there, do your thing, pitch to your strength, and give us 6 or 7 innings.
Luis comes up, Wink goes down. You've had to lean on Josh a lot here in some of these spots. What's your message to him, both after the game and when you send him down?
Yeah, he's one of those that it's not easy because I truly believe he's throwing the ball well. That 7th inning was an aberration, right? After that, he strikes out the side, and it was a quick inning in the 9th. But this is how it works, man. And, it's one of those that you'll be back at one point, but where we at roster-wise, we have to make a move, and we did it.
Newcomb has pitched out of trouble a lot in his starts with you, but it does seem like there's so many base runners. What do you think he can do to sort of limit the traffic behind him?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, the first inning has been a challenge for him. I would love to say be aggressive. Don't get ahead of yourself, right? Take it pitch by pitch, all the cliches, whatever. But I think it's about strike throwing. He has the sinker, the cutter, and the four-seamer. And I've been saying all along, right? When you have three different shapes of fastballs, it's hard to hit. But sometimes, it's too much. Like, let's simplify the attack, especially against lefties. He has actually struggled against lefties throughout his career. Yesterday, he was behind JP, four-seamer for a strike, sinker for a strike, sweeper right in the middle, hits it up for a homer. So just be aggressive against lefties, and probably that's going to be his role, hopefully next week.
I heard you say on the talk show yesterday that you got Casas to finally stand up a little bit taller. He's been kind of crouching a little bit. 2 games in a row with homers. He's such a introspective hitter. How do you convince him to just sort of be himself?
Well, at one point it's about production, and we love the approach, we love the walks, but, we want him to drive the ball. And there's some conversations that go behind the scenes, right, in my office with Pete, with everybody, kind of like this is the hitter that we envision, and it's not changing his approach. He's been doing this for a while, right? But sometimes he gets caught up on dominating the strike zone, and I feel like sometimes the strike zone dominates him. Yeah. And, the license to go eat, like he loves eating. We know that. So why not go eat some fastballs and hit out of the ballpark?
How about the first pitch swings? They feel like they're way up, and maybe that gets him out of his sort of rhythm. Is there a balance there for him in terms of that, what you're talking about? Go eat, be aggressive, but maybe not always swing at the first pitch?
Yeah, he's one of those that I think usage-wise against him, fastballs are higher than last year. I want to say 20% more this year than in the past. So, just be ready to hunt pitches in certain area. No predetermined swings, right? That's what you're telling me. So just put the at-bat together and drive the ball. That'll be great.
Romy continues to impress. I mean, I just can't get enough of this guy, and I know you love him, but it feels like to me you're watching a guy who embodies everything you want in a player, where whatever you ask him to do, he does it, he produces. It's a simple, direct approach to the baseball. What can you say about Romy?
I'll always prepare, and that's the reason he played yesterday. We need him and Ref to get at bats. The schedule so far, we haven't seen too many lefties. Like I explained to you the other day, when there's a lefty on the mound, I pinch hit for the lefty. They're going to see a righty, so we got to keep him ready. That ball he drove in the first inning, hit it hard, then the base hit. Similar path, to be honest with you, with Moore, their guy, right? Like little by little, they were the utility guy, then they got more at-bats, and now he's an everyday player, actually a really good player. And I can see Romy evolving to that type of player.
So fun to watch. I asked you about Anthony the other day. I know you hate talking about AAA, but Marcelo is on a huge heater now. What impresses you? What stands out the most, having seen him in spring training and what you're seeing now down at AAA?
Yeah, I mean, we challenged him to control the strike zone. He chased a lot of pitches, especially off-speed pitches early on, and that was something that he needed to work on. I don't have the numbers. I see the highlights and all that stuff, but it seems like he's in a good spot. He's playing well defensively. We know that. And like I said, he's a great base runner. So just keep doing your thing down there and keep putting pressure on everybody.
How about Jaron? The bluff bunt seems to get him going here. He's done it like 7 at-bats in a row. He's hitting the ball hard. What are you seeing from Jaron?
You know what? To see the ball. It's not that he's actually thinking about bunting, but he's tracking the pitches. And that's something I learned back in the day with Sandy Alomar in Winter Ball. Sandy Alomar Sr., will go out there and bunt. And he's like, okay, this is the art of bunting, but at the same time, you're training your eyes to track the ball the way deep, all the way through the back. And I think he started doing that just because he wanted to see the ball, and now he's working. And the at-bats yesterday were amazing. He hit a few rockets the other way. He's walked a few times here and there, right, the last few days, and he's in a good spot.
Yeah, I was going to let you go, but that fascinates me, the thing about tracking the ball in. What about bunting in today's baseball, Alex? Because it's sort of a lost art. The analytics say that sometimes giving up an out is not the right play. How do you feel about when and how to use it? Because it seems like in today's baseball, it can be a real weapon.
Yeah, for now, we will trust the player with men at second and no outs to do quote unquote the right thing. You know, if you want to bunt, you bunt. If you want to hit a ground ball the other way, hit a ground ball the other way, or a fly ball the other way. But I truly believe with the personality we have and how we are constructed, at one point we're probably going to start bunting a little bit more in the last third of the lineup.
Last thing, Crochet, it's warming up. He seems like the arm is feeling better and better. He's letting it eat a little bit. What have you seen from him, and what do you want today? Yeah,
I think with him it's mechanics, right? And be sound and repeat your mechanics, and he's been able to do that. Wouldn't be surprised if today's the day we start seeing the velo creep up, 98, 99, because it's a good afternoon here. And like I said, go out there, give us 6 or 7, and give us a chance to win.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
All right, that was Red Sox manager Alex Cora with our very own Will Fleming. Garrett Crochet on the bump for Boston today. 6th start with the Red Sox. Again, he comes into today with a 2-1 record, but a 1.13 ERA. He's got 35 strikeouts and 32 innings pitched already this year. We'll see what he can do against the Mariners. And their starting lineup and today's starting lineups are brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Here's a 9 for Seattle today. It's Dylan Moore leading things off. He's in right. Julio Rodriguez, he is in center field. He's a notoriously slow starter, only hitting .202 to begin the season. Cal Raleigh, he's batting third. Big Dumper's the DH today for Seattle. Randy Arozarena, he cleans things up. He is out in left. Mitch Garver bats fifth. He is the catcher. Donovan Solano, sixth. He's at first. 7-8-9 looking like this for Seattle in this one. Ben Williamson, he's at third. Leo Rivas, he is the second baseman. Then it's J.P. Crawford rounding out the 9 as the shortstop. And with Crochet, of course, a left-hander on the mound, Seattle's rolling this lineup out with 6 right-handed hitters and 2 switch hitters. So essentially, Crochet will be facing 8 right-handed batters in this lineup, the lone lefty being J.P. Crawford. Here's a 9 for the Red Sox. It's Jarren Duran. He is in the leadoff spot. He's in left field. Rafael Devers, they like to get his bat going again. 0 for his last 12. He is the DH. Alex Bregman, he bats third. He comes into today with a 4-game hitting streak, and he's playing third base. Wilyer Abreu, he is out in right field, the cleanup man today. Trevor Story, who's hitting .309 on the year. He is the shortstop. Tristan Casas, who has homered in back-to-back games. He's at first. And then 7-8-9 looking like this for Boston in the series finale here against Seattle. Christian Campbell, he's in center field, 300 hitter on the season, 406 on base coming into this contest. Didn't get a hit yesterday, though. David Hamilton, he bats 8th. He's the second baseman. Again, just 2 for 27 to start the season for this guy, but someone that Alex Cora is so high on and what he can provide for the club this year. And then it's Carlos Narvaez back in the catcher spot after Blake Sable got the start behind home plate yesterday. And again, the pitching matchup, it's Crochet on the bump for Boston, Brian Wu on the other side for Seattle, who's had a really nice season already. 2-1, 3.12 ERA in 4 starts. He has walked a little bit more batters than he did last year. He was the best pitcher in the sport in terms of limiting walks among pitchers with at least 120 innings thrown. But first ever start at Fenway, first ever start against the Red Sox. Should be a really fun one today in Boston. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And before we go to break, Alex Cora mentioned Marcelo Meyer and how well he's been doing in Worcester this year. How about his last 6 games? He is 12 for 26, 4 homers, 16 RBIs in that stretch. When we come back, we'll get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. We'll also get you a Subaru of New England scoreboard update as well. Red Sox versus Mariners, first pitch coming up in about 25 minutes. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Your dream getaway
Welcome in.
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Hey, it's me, Paige DeSorbo, and I'm so excited to share my new shoe collection at DSW, filled with my favorite styles and trends for spring. Because if you know me, you know I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. And by kind of obsessed, I mean head over heels. You're going to love these shoes, so snag super cute styles like cute flats, fun heels, and cool sneakers from the Paige DeSorbo collection right now at your DSW store or dsw.com.
Get big savings now with spring deals at Lowe's. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot exterior paints and stains, starting at $39.98 via Visa gift card rebate. Start your project today with Lowe's. We help, you save. Must purchase in increments of 3 to receive discount. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon. See Lowes.com/rebates for more details. Valid 4/3 through 4/30.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day, or new shoes for her favorite salsa class, or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We are about 20 minutes out from Crochet Day. Garrett Crochet making his 6th start of the year for the Sox as they go for the rubber match win here against the Seattle Mariners at Fenway Park. And here is the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. I'm actually not going to go with Crochet on this one. I'm going to go with the offense and specifically Jarren Duran in this game. I'm really liking the way he's been swinging it over these last couple games. He's had 2 hits in each of his last 2 games. He comes into this contest with a 10-game hitting streak, and left-handed batters do much better against Brian Wu than right-handed batters. So my lock of the game is Jarren Duran upping his hitting streak to 11 games. You look at some of the underlying metrics, his average exit velocity is in the 89th percentile. Hard hit rate is at the 78th percentile. So he's been swinging it well. He's just been a little unlucky at times this year. And he does come into today with just a 250 batting average. But there's a lot to like in terms of those underlying metrics. And now he's at least putting it together consistently, getting at least 1 hit in 10 straight. But my lock is that he's going to up his streak to 11 games. That doesn't happen, you can blame me. It's time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And looking at games in the American League East today, it's Baltimore at Washington. That is a 6:45 start time. Now, the Orioles, they have lost 3 in a row. They're 9-14 to start the year. And a big reason why they have struggled as much as they have has been their starting rotation. They actually have the the worst ERA in Major League Baseball in terms of starting rotation ERA at 6.08. So it's Cade Povich on the hill for Baltimore. He's 0-2 with his 6.38 ERA. Mackenzie Gore going on the other side for the Nationals. As for Tampa Bay, they're the lone other team in the American League East that is in action. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. That is a 9:40 start time, and the Diamondbacks, they are 14-10 to start the year. Rays 10-14. That is a rubber match of a 3-game set. Meanwhile, the Yankees, they are not in action today, but they are 15-10 on the year. So they come into today a game and a half up on the Red Sox for that top spot in the AL East. They kick off a series against the Blue Jays starting tomorrow. And then the Blue Jays, of course, will be back home after that, taking on the Boston Red Sox. So Yankees 15-10, Red Sox 14-12 coming into this one. And that was today's rivalry report, sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. Call 833-79-RIVER or visit riverspringresidences.org/radio to schedule a tour. But all the focus today, it's at Fenway Park, and especially with Garrett Crochet on the bump. Oink, oink. It's another Crochet day at Fenway. We'll see if he can do what he's done a lot this year, and that is flat out dominate. But it's a big game with the Sox hoping to pick up another series victory against the Seattle Mariners, and this time at Fenway Park. Red Sox 14-12, M's 13-11. Sox have played pretty well at home, though, to start this year. 8-5 to begin the 2025 campaign, looking to start a new trend of playing good baseball at home. They go for their 7th win in 9 games today against Seattle. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Want to thank Joe Braverman. Great work behind the glass, as always. I'm Joe Weil. Hang tight. Red Sox versus Mariners with Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks. That's coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
20% off sunglasses from Shadin Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadin. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge.
Can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 select 1-pint annuals for just $5. Plus, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. With deals like these, your yard wins. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30 while supplies last. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Hawaii.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Amazon has everything for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
This is
Say done delivered.
Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas. The Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. CNS Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by findmassmoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Warner just yelled. Derek Tech and A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
Good afternoon, everybody. On a spectacular Thursday afternoon in Fenway Park, the Boston Red Sox play the finale of a 3-game series with the Seattle Mariners, a rubber match with Garrett Crochet on the mound. He's opposed by Brian Wu. Before we set the scene, here now this national anthem brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com.
Under the direction of Ashley Easton from Chugiak, Alaska, please welcome the Chugiak High School Choirs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn
gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
That was an absolutely fantastic rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Chugiak, Alaska High School Choir, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. Well, it's a oink oink day as Garrett Crochet is warming up in the Red Sox home bullpen. They've split the first two games of this three-game series. Have the Red Sox and the Mariners. Crochet on the mound against one of the great young right-handed pitchers in the American League, Brian Wu. He's in the visitors' bullpen along with Will Middlebrooks. I'm Will Fleming. As the Sox, under sunshiny, beautiful skies here in the hub of the universe, get ready for the rubber match of this three-game series. And Will Middlebrooks, we've said this now 5 times, it feels so good when you need a win to know that Crochet is on the mound.
Well, might I just say for everybody, happy Crochet Day to all those who celebrate. I am one of those. It's just, I mean, to your point, it's a good feeling. It was a good feeling yesterday as that game was going south and not going great for the Sox. You kind of go, that's okay. We got a good chance to win this series tomorrow. This will be 3 series in a row.
And you know, he has answered the bell. They needed that one big time against the Baltimore Orioles to snap a losing streak. He did it, and then in his most recent start against the Chicago White Sox, had a no-hitter into the 8th inning, and then a little bit off by his standards, but still 6 shutout innings. There is something about an ace. You've played behind him, Will. Is there a different feeling in the clubhouse on the day that the Pedros, the Rogers, the Crochets throw?
Absolutely. I mean, you come to the ballpark and, you know, as a big leaguer, most of the time you come to the field thinking, all right, we got a good chance to win today. You should always have that mind frame and that mindset, but it's even more elevated when a guy like Crochet, or for me it was Lester or Lackey, or at times Buchholz when he was filthy. You come to the ballpark going, man, these guys have no chance. All we got to do is score 3 runs and we win.
How about the mindset of a team that's had a really good couple of weeks? Here they are, the homestand finale. They're off to Cleveland and Toronto after the game today. You got your ace on the mound. This place should be jumping against a really good pitcher in Wu. Do you sense the finish line? Is there a different feeling at the end of a homestand trying to get out with a win?
Yeah, there is. You always hear happy flight, right? That's what you want. You want to be able to go get on the show plane, the charter flight with your boys, play some cards, and it's always a lot lighter mood when you're coming off a win, especially a series win.
Especially with you with the suitcase of $50,000 in cash. It's easier to lose money after a win.
I don't know if I made that much in my career, but thank you.
Red Sox Injury Report is brought to you by Ketch's Law Group, champions for the injured, with more than $3 billion recovered for New Englanders. All reports, Will, are that Connor Wong is looking better and better. I mean, he's catching Cutter Crawford's BPs. He's shagging fly balls. I think a week max is the time left for Connor Wong on the shelf.
Which it was very quick, right? You hear fracture, regardless if it's hairline fracture or not, and you expect 6 to 8 weeks. Well, what are we now? 3-4 weeks out? That's super fast. He was out here taking swings on the field as well, which is a very good sign. That's normally the last thing to come with that torque that you have with a bat in your hand, swinging it at the velocity at which they swing it. So, really good sign. Looks like he should be back in gameplay, you'd think, in a couple weeks.
Jose Flores going to bring the lineup card out. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. You know, Wu throws hard, Crochet throws harder. Cal Raleigh is the Mariners' everyday catcher, and he is the DH today. So Mitch Garver behind the dish. Do you think that impacts the running plan for the Red Sox here today?
I don't think much alters the plan to run wild on the base paths. That's just what the Red Sox are. That's part of their DNA. That's what makes them good. The hard part will be getting consistent traffic against Brian Wu. He's been really good, and he's got one of those really good fastballs that the Red Sox have had trouble with so far this season.
Flores has the lineup card out. The Red Sox will have Garrett Crochet. He's in the first base dugout. Brian Wu, along with the catcher Garver, making the walk out of the right field dugout. This Mariners team is pitching rich, to say the least. Now, the Red Sox have had their work cut out in this 3-game series and look to take the finale of this set. Before Crochet leads the Sox onto the field, Will, how about today's lineups?
Lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. There for the Seattle Mariners, leading off Dylan Moore. He'll be in right field, followed by Julio Rodriguez in center. Cal Raleigh, the DH today. Randy Arozarena will be in left, followed by Mitch Garber. He'll do the catching. Donovan Solano at first base. Ben Williamson at third base. Leo Rivas at second, and J.P. Crawford playing shortstop for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off, Jaron Duran in left field, followed by Rafi Devers at DH. Alex Bregman playing third base today. In the cleanup spot, we'll have Wilyer Abreu. He'll be playing right field. Trevor Story cooled off a touch. See if he can get it going again. Yeah, he'll be at shortstop. Tristan Casas, who's looked good, 2 3-run homers 2 nights in a row. Hopefully he's heating up. He'll be at first. Christian Campbell's playing in center field today, with David Hamilton getting the start at second. Carlos Narvaez will be doing the catching for Crochet. Well, you got that?
I do.
All right, good.
Very well done. Garrett Crochet is on the mound. Alice in Chains' Rooster is his walkout music, which is so perfect. It is just fits the tone, the mood of this guy, who has been a total killer on the mound. Will, it's so easy to draw comparisons to Chris Sale because the trade from the White Sox, big, tall left-handers. I just loved what he said after his last start. 6 shutout innings, and he was furious with himself with the stuff and expects more. I think we might see that here today.
Yeah, well, it was a rare case in which he was getting behind a lot of hitters. Now, he has the stuff to be in hitters' counts, be 2-0, 3-1, and still get outs with the stuff that he has. But you expect him to attack the zone early. You expect Seattle to combat that with early swings. So he'll have to hit his spots here early.
Well, Dylan Moore is going to lead it off against Crochet. Garrett making his 6th Red Sox start. He's 2-1 with a 1.13 ERA. Just a historically great start, and that is particularly exciting given that he's not had his A+ stuff. 2nd best ERA in the American League. Just spectacular in innings pitches, strikeouts, and average against. Crochet winds the first pitch to Dylan Moore. He is fouled back just underneath our booth to the right side. Underway with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1.
Back the first pitch, 136. It is sunny, it is bright, it is 68 degrees.
1:36 p.m., 68 degrees. Light breeze. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevated your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork. The 1-1 to Moore. Foul back to the screen. They're in swing mode earlier, the Mariners, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and Dylan was guys who's been mashing lefties. 5 homers against lefties in 13 starts against them this year. He's a guy you got to be real careful with, even if you're Crochet.
I was going to say, not most lefties are Crochet. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a foul. Cutter at 91 miles an hour. Talking to Andrew Bailey and the Red Sox staff, they really want Crochet to lean into his fastball. It can be such a dominant pitch. He loves that cutter. 1-2, leading off the game. The pitch to Moore is outside, a sweeper, and missed, and it's 2-2. Could not be a nicer day for a ball game. 66 degrees. Bright sunshiny skies, not a cloud overhead. 2-2, Crochet throws, and a high drive into left field. This thing is way back there, and it's going to catch some green. Duran plays the carom beautifully with a bare hand and throws to second. You were on it, Will. It's a leadoff single off the monster for Dylan Moore.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Dylan Moore is seeing the ball really well, especially from left-handed pitching. Look, Crochet's nasty, I get it, but sometimes you ride in with that confidence and the way you're seeing the ball. There's some loud contact to start the game for Seattle.
Doesn't get any easier because here's Julio Rodriguez. Right-handed slugger. First pitch is a fastball that misses outside for ball one.
Just like that, there goes the no-hitter.
To get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
Took it into the 8th inning in Chicago 2 starts ago. Julio takes a cutter inside, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, with all these right-handed batters that Seattle has in there, the 9-hole and J.P. Crawford, he's the one left-handed batter. I think that two-seamer, the pitch that works away from righties, is going to be big today.
2-0. Pitch is way outside, a 4-seamer that missed. So 3 balls and no strikes. Crochet, in his 5 starts, 19 hits in 32 innings. He has walked 10 and struck out 35. 3-0 with the leadoff man aboard. To Julio Rodriguez. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. You had a feeling he might be swinging there. Foul ball, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, when you're facing a guy like Crochet, 3-0 might be the best pitch you get to hit, and you know he's such a strike thrower normally that you can gear up.
3-1. Dylan Moore leads at first. Just underway. The pitch is, what was that? He stumbled. That's a balk for Crochet. That'll put Moore to second. I don't know what happened there, Will. You hope that he's okay. Certainly stumbled coming down the mound.
Yeah, if it was his foot that was on the rubber that slipped out from under him, it seems like that was the case since he's digging out the hole. That's exactly what it was. He didn't have enough of a hole for his foot to push off the rubber, so it slid over the top.
So runner at second, 3-1 to Julio. The pitch is fouled off at the feet, and it's 3-2. A lot of pitchers in that spot will go ahead and throw the baseball. He did not. He's got the pants rolled up just above his ankles.
3-ball count, right? Like, you can go to second base. I don't want to walk this guy.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a great cut fastball, and Rodriguez is gone. That's a big pitch for Crochet. Yeah, eat it. I'll have a runner in scoring position, no problem. And he does attack Rodriguez. Narvaez dropped that pitch, but no problem. So the first punch out for Crochet. 1 away. And here's Cal Raleigh.
By the way, anytime you go 3-0 on a guy and work back for the strikeout, that's great. Goodness.
He certainly has the stuff to do it. Here's Raleigh. Pitch is just inside. Fastball at 97. That took a bite out of Narvaez somewhere.
There was a foul tip by Raleigh on the check swing and redirected it. I'm assuming in not a great spot.
A little 1-on-2.
Yeah. There's no trainers coming out to rub that one. You good over there?
Sort of an ongoing question. Anytime you're in with me, 1-0 from Raleigh to Crochet.
It's the top of the first. That's on me. I know what buttons I can't push this early, and that was one of them.
You hope Narvaez can breathe. They're laughing in the dugout. I don't understand why grown men all think that's so funny. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Look, there's a couple things that, regardless of your age and maturity levels, will always be funny. I think we can agree on that.
I got 2 young boys, and it just brought it all back.
I have 2 little girls the same way. Bless you.
0-2 to Cal Raleigh. Crochet sets, he throws. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup, and they're 2 away. Literally blew him away.
Filthy changeup.
After a base hit, a couple strikeouts for Crochet.
That changeup, we talked about the two-seamer a little bit, something moving away from the righties, because when you face Crochet, you can pretty much cut the plate in half and look inside. But that changeup just gliding right away from Raleigh.
2 down. Here's a Rosarena, a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. It's such a little thing, Will, but I think it's important. The composure of Garrett Crochet after tripping down the mound to not try to throw ball 4 to Julio Rodriguez changes this whole inning. 0-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew him away with 97, and it's 0-2.
You know, he's always got a good fastball, but it just feels angry today. I don't know if it's because I can hear him grunt at release and almost yell at the batter.
He really is letting it out today. 0-2. Crochet throws, and Arozarena takes a fastball 97, a little arm side miss, and it's 1-2. There is a discernible grunt going on for Crochet today.
Yeah, look, if you go sweeper off that pitch, you better get it down and in. Get it off the plate.
2 down in the first. Runner at second. The 1-2 is lined into left field. That's real trouble down the line and foul. Wow. Whew. Off the end of the bat, it just kept on hooking. Off the bat, that looked like it was going to be in there to score a run for the Mariners, but out of play, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, changeup that Arozarena was out in front of and hooked it, but to your point from up here, it looked like it was going to land with a lot to spare fair down there. Just kept turning.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Arozarena. 205, but 4 homers and 17 driven in. Crochet is ready to pitch. Fouled. He was totally fooled there. Was Arozarena on a sweeper just off the end of the bat and out of play, and it stays 1-2. So after that swing, Will, heater coming?
Yeah, I like go in with the fastball. It's 1-2. It can be a little bit off the plate. Elevated a little bit.
1-2. Here's the pitch. And it's drilled high and foul. Cutter off the plate. Out of play, and it's 1-2.
Everything has been down in the zone to Arozarena. Change the level here. Go up with the gas. 97, 98. So you can get some chase.
1-2. Top of the first, no score. Dylan Moore leading at second. Here's the pitch, and it is exactly at a high fastball. Taken by Arozarena. He struck out 30 times, says Randy. Tops on the team with Cal Raleigh, so there is a ton of swing and miss in there.
Yeah, fastball in, I think you can freeze him.
2-2. Crochet is ready. 23rd pitch, instead he spins, and this has been a thing that Crochet has been upset with, Will. He's not been that efficient early in starts.
Yeah, he tends to settle in, but for some reason, the beginnings of his start, you see a lot of 3-ball counts, 2-2 counts.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He sets, he throws, and he does go in with the fastball, but that was an easy take for Arozarena. Cutter, and it's 3-2.
The last 2 pitches, he's looking for chase, but just not close enough to be competitive and get swings.
Sox come in 14-12, a game and a half behind the New York Yankees. Bright, sunshiny Fenway day. 3-2, the pitch. Inside, he walked him. Sinker. So they'll be 2 on with 2 out. You don't love the pitch count, but having said that, that is a veteran mentality for a relatively young starter in Crochet. He does not want to give in to Arozarena. He'd rather face Garver here.
Yeah, that's true, but he's also aware of the fact that he's got 24 pitches here in the first. You know, and hats off to Josh Winkowski yesterday. He kind of, I guess you could say, laid on the grenade yesterday through 80 pitches. I know he had 45 in the first inning that he pitched, but him being able to cover those 3 innings saved this bullpen for today and then going into Cleveland.
Yeah, and Winkowski back down at AAA. Luis Guerrero called up today. It's just the nature of the beast. Here's Mitch Garver, right-handed hitter. 2 on, 2 out. No score in the first. Crochet throws, and Garver takes outside a fastball at 96. Crochet does not yet have fastball command. There are 146 pitchers this year with 15 innings thrown. Only 5 of them have better ERAs than does Crochet, and he's having a real hard time with that landing spot again as a cutter is fouled off 1-1, but he almost lost his footing again there. On that landing spot, it's 1-1.
Yeah, he's having clear issues getting good push off on the rubber. I don't know if that's affecting him or not.
1-1 is high in the air to deep left center field. Back on it goes Campbell at the wall. He cannot make the play. It bangs off the green and caroms past Christian. 2 runs will score. Arozarena comes home. It's a 2-run double for Mitch Garver, and the Mariners lead it 2-0.
Well, I think one run should have scored on that. I think that was some inexperience in center field from Christian Campbell going all the way to the wall when that ball was going to be deflecting off of it. Once you read the flight of that ball, you have to kind of slow down so you can play the ball off the wall. That would have saved a run.
Yeah, I mean, Campbell's out there today. No say Don. They love the bat, but that is inexperience for sure in center field. Got too close to the wall, and it shot past him. Here's Donovan Solano, right-handed hitter. Fastball. Misses outside for ball one. Casas is at first. Hamilton, the second baseman. Story at short with Bregman at third. As you know now, Campbell is the center fielder. Abreu in right with Duran in left. Defensive alignment. Brought to you by Baldwin. Here is a ground ball to short. Story's got it. He throws to first in time. The inning is over. A little shaky for Crochet in the first. Baldwin Group Insurance, Employee Benefits, and Health Management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. 2-0 Mariners after half an inning. Duran, Devers, and Bregman next on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shaden Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to seebetterplaybetter.com and find out why Shaden sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shaden is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to seebetterplaybetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran leads it off against Brian Wu, one of the young star pitchers in the American League, making his 5th start. Duran's a hot hitter. 2-0 Mariners. The pitch to Jarren. Bluff bunt. Strike on the outside corner. He does that every time now. And it is 0-1. 2-1 with a 3-1-2. 21 hits in 26 innings for Wu. 0-1 from the first base side of the rubber. He throws. And Duran swings and misses at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It is 0-2. This dude's baseball savant page has a lot of red.
Yeah, it's a lot of those fastballs top of the zone that Jarren Duran just swung at. He gets a lot. I mean, between the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer, he's nearly 70% fastballs. So you got to get it ready.
First start against the Red Sox. 0-2 to Duran. Here's the pitch, and it is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Might have been off and in. Duran is rung up. Carlos Torres is the home plate umpire. I think he missed that one. Duran gone. Here comes Devers. Automatic challenge system cannot come soon enough. Here's Devers, 2-0-2 with a couple homers and 14 driven in. Pitch. That's inside.
Oh, he just called that one a strike. All right.
Yeah, exactly the same pitch. A little bit of a coin flip going on right now for Carlos Torres. Charlie Ramos at first, Alfonso Marquez at second, and Lance Barrett is at third, the 1-0. That's a ball as well. Fastball outside, 2-0.
I wonder how much the mound had to do with the lack of command from Crochet. I mean, he was all over the place there in the first.
He did look totally uncomfortable. 28 pitches thrown. 2-0 to Raffy. Pitch. Inside. Bad miss, and it's 3-0. He definitely, did not have his footing on the run, nor that landing spot with his front right leg.
Yeah, he was trying to dig it out to make it more comfortable to push off the rubber, but yeah, he just didn't seem to find a groove.
3-0 to Devers. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. He looked like he was eager to swing there, Devers. That was not a take all the way, but a dotted fastball, and it's 3-1. 2-0 Seattle. Rubber match of this 3-game series. Good crowd on a Thursday afternoon at Fenway Park. Bregman waiting on deck. 3-1 Devers. Wu says yes. He throws. And Raffy swings and misses at a fastball. And it's 3-2. Wu's got a little different action. He sets his glove on his right hip, and then he nods yes to the catcher, brings the glove to the face, and then quickly comes home. 3-2 to Raffy. The pitch is fouled back. Raffy had a pitch to hammer right there. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. It's spoiled straight back, and it's 3-2. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. 3-2 to Devers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball 96. He is cooking early. Is Wu, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, look, there's that fastball. We're going to continue to talk about it. He lives and dies with that. Like I said, 70% fastballs. And it's almost, I'm not comparing him to Max Scherzer, but the way he releases the ball from a little bit lower release point, and it's not slide, he's not sidearm, but he gets his body low, and to hitters, it gives it that rising effect.
2 down. Here's Alex Bregman. Seen Wu 6 times. He takes a high fastball, ball 1. You've often said that Scherzer the toughest pitcher you ever faced.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, back in the 2012 through, we'll say 15 or 16, we'll call that his prime. He's had a pretty long prime, but he was filthy.
1-0. Pitch to Bregman. Swinging a high fly into left field. Goodbye. This thing is way out of here. On the lands down. A Breggy bomb and a 2-1 Mariners.
If there's anybody on earth I have to pick to get to a good fastball at the top of the zone, it's Alex Bregman. He is so quick from point A to point B. Short, quick, powerful swing. Great example of it right there. Brian Wu, one of the better fastballs in the game. That one's on Lansdowne.
Bregman says Wu. He goes deep.
Oh, Ric Flair? Woo! I love it.
He's got his 5th home run. And here now, Wilyer Abreu. He's got the Wally mask on. 2 down, a run in the pitch. Swinging a foul on the third base side. I mean, that was a center cut fastball. He was ready for it, and he absolutely launched.
That's a scouting report. You were going to get fastballs up in the zone. Pick cautiously, because some of them are just above it, and they're really tough to hit. That was perfect.
0-1 to Willie. Pitch is line foul on the third base side. A changeup, and it is 0-2. 374 went off the bat at 104.
Yeah, that's one of the mistakes from Wu. If he misses thigh high, that's the one you have to attack, because once he gets above that, it's tough to make contact.
I think we're going to like Bregman at Fenway Park.
Yeah, I do.
We are. 0-2 to Abreu. The pitch is swung on his. Man, that was awkward. He was sawed off. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The inning is over, but the Red Sox get a run on a Breggy blast. 2-1 after 1. The Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shade-In Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to seebetterplaybetter.com and find out why Shade-In sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shade-In is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to seebetterplaybetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Crochet back on the mound as we go to the second inning. He misses with a fastball to Ben Wilson, who had a big night last night on both ends. There's ball one. 2-1 Mariners in this top of the second inning. The pitch is cutter that misses. Crochet is not sharp to start, and it's 2-0. He really is fussing with the mound. He's not happy with it at all. Wonder what that is. 2-0, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 96 mile an hour fastball, and it's 2-1. He keeps kicking at the dirt that settles up on the rubber. And he just does not look comfortable as Williamson steps out.
Yeah, so some people think pitchers stand on top of the rubber. They're right in front of it, and generally you want a little bit of a hole so you can push off.
2-1 is lined on the ground into left field. That's a base hit. Williamson is aboard yet again, and it's a leadoff single in the top of the second. I mean, Crochet is such an animal, a competitor, self-critic. For one reason or another right now, he just does not look like himself. So leadoff hit, and here comes Leo Rivas. Amazing. That's already the third hit for the Mariners. Here's the right-handed hitter. He thought about bunting, but takes a sinker way off the plate, and it's 1-0.
Rivas has already bunted once in this series. He's shown bunt 3 times at least.
What's going on with Crochet right now? Just not steady at all. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That misses, but called a strike. Wow, good call for Garrett Crochet. I thought that was off the plate, but Carlos Torres says strike, and it's 1-1.
It definitely was, but on that side of the plate, we've seen some inconsistency already.
Leadoff man aboard. 35 pitches already thrown. Nobody out in this pitch. It's another strike. You live there all day if you want a cutter. And it's 1-2. It's 278. On base at a 458 clip for these Mariners. Played in 10 games. 1-2. Williamson leads. The pitch is just outside. Tried to do it again with a sweeper, but that was off the plate, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, went for the backdoor breaking ball. The one that starts about a foot off, comes back and bites the corner. That one just never came back.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1 Mariners here in the second inning. The pitch way outside. Cutter. It's 3-2. Crochet, uncharacteristically, is just not challenging hitters right now.
Yeah, he's known for attacking the strike zone, and I mean, the attempt is there, but missing badly a lot.
3-2. Double play depth behind him. The pitch is outside, ball 4. Wow. Wow, this is totally unexpected. He's thrown 39 pitches and is really fighting it on the mound. You know, it's interesting. He was his own worst critic after the start against the White Sox here. 6 shutout innings. He said, it's only a matter of time when I make those mistakes that I start getting killed. He has not filled up the zone at all today. 39 pitches, 22 strikes. 2 on, none out. Here's J.P. Crawford, who takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Incredible.
Yeah, look, J.P. Crawford is going to be very uncomfortable in this at-bat. This is not a lefty, conventional lefty. So Crochet's got to know that and know that he can make pitches in the zone here and get away with it.
Couple walks already for Garrett. The 1-0 is outside. He cannot throw a strike right now, and it's 2-0. Crazy.
It's really odd to see a guy like Crochet really struggle to find the strike zone with all pitches, especially the fastball.
The body language not good. He goes for a walk on the back slope. He's had difficulty with footing and the mound for sure, but he needs to find it right here. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Inside, not close at all, and it's 3-0. You know, when he's right, Will, the mechanics are so compact and straight line. He's all over the place mechanically on the mound.
Well, he's got a lot of moving pieces, right? It's a big man. He's got the big leg lift. He's got the long arms. And if one little thing is off, it can send everything off in that sequencing.
3-0 to Crawford, the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 3-1. Wow. 2-1 the score, but the game teetering for Crochet. 3-1. Pitch. Ground ball, foul outside of first. Even on a foul ball, Casas sort of acts like he's going to make the play in turn 2.
Just plays mind games with himself at this point. I don't know if that's good or bad.
You never see it in the game. 3-2. 2 on, none out. Crochet and Crawford the pitch. Fouled off on the third base side. He's just not missing any bats right now, Crochet, which is such a big part of his profile.
He's battling. I mean, he's thrown 45 pitches, only 25 strikes. That's 56%. Very unlike him.
Well, not what you were expecting at all from the ace Crochet. Key juncture early. 3-2. Crochet delivers, and a foul off the front foot of Crawford. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks. Carlos Narvaez is out to the mound with Alex Bregman as J.P. Crawford trying to shake off that foul ball. I don't know that it's alarming, but it's definitely surprising to see Crochet struggling this much early in a start. He's thrown 46 pitches, and there's nobody out in the second inning.
Yeah, and normally you see him do this for a batter or two, and then he makes the adjustment and dials it back in, but just not able to find any consistency with that delivery here so far.
He's staring at the dirt behind the rubber. Now he sets his left foot on the pitcher's slab. Sets at the belt. 3-2 to Crawford. Here's the pitch. And a line drive foul on the left field side. He's had 21 swings, has Crochet, and only 4 swings and misses to start this day.
And part of that is on those swings, a lot of times it's been 2-0, 3-1 hitters counts where the hitters are much more comfortable and are hunting that fastball.
3-2. Another one is lined into right field. That is not caught by Abreu. It bounces off his glove. Went into a foot-first slide. The throw comes home on a line to home plate. But another hit for the Mariners. That was pretty fortunate in a way for Abreu. He had no chance to catch that ball. He went into a slide and did well to keep it in front.
Yeah, you know, it's easy to look from up here and say, you know what, you should just act like you're going to catch it and then catch it on one hop and you have an easy force out at second. Rivas was already heading back to first base as he went to make that play.
It's almost like he deked him but then didn't pay it off. So bases loaded. Here is Dylan Moore, red hot, who singled his first time. Crochet misses outside, and it's 1-0. Just a shocking start so far. He's about to throw his 50th pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner. And this right now starts to have ramifications early, not just for this game, but for the whole week. 51 pitches in the second inning with nobody out and the bases loaded. Here's a high drive into center field. This thing is crushed. Campbell back, though, in front of the wall, is there to make the play. He makes the catch and coming home to score from third is Williamson. It is 3-1 Mariners. That's probably a good thing. The wind is blowing in a little bit. That thing was scalded. Sac fly. Run in for the Mariners. They lead by 2.
Yeah, this is just, it's a weird feeling to see him struggle with his command this much. It's going to be one of those days. The offense, instead of needing Crochet to pick them up, it's going to have to be the other way around today.
Which can happen in a baseball season. He's done it plenty of times for them. See if he can wiggle out of more trouble here. Here's Julio Rodriguez. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. It's 0-1. Does feel like you can beat Rodriguez right now. I mean, he's always lethal, but not yet locked in.
Yeah, just don't leave him off speed over the plate. That's the one thing he's catching up to.
0-1 is a ground ball to the right side. To his left, Hamilton. He gloves. His only play is to first. Coming home to score is Rivas, and it's 4-1 Mariners. An RBI ground out for Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, that ball was mishit so badly that no chance at a double play. Just a squibber over in the 4-hole. Hamilton going over, only play to first. 4-1. Did not have that on my bingo card.
All right. In the second inning, he's thrown 53 pitches. Here it is to Cal Raleigh. A ground ball to the left side. Bregman's got the second hop. Throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Well, Crochet quickly ends the inning, but the Mariners score 2. Bottom 2 next. 4-1 Mariners. Story, Casas, and Campbell after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shade Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shade sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shade is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
Your dream getaway,
welcome in,
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Spring into deals with fresh savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 4 Stay Green or Premium 2 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances and save $50 on every $500 you spend on select LG appliances. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See associate or Lowes.com for more details or qualifying items. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Boston sports opinion more often. Just download the Odyssey app now. Back to Red Sox baseball on WEI.
To be honest, I didn't know I'd have the belly balloon on my head in the second inning, but we do. It's 4-1 Mariners as Trevor Story takes a 2-seam fastball inside for ball 1.
I think the hardest decision I'll have today is if I want to share a picture of that or not.
Please don't. Want to know. Into the wind. Pitch to Story is swung on and missed. This guy is really, really good. Brian Wu as I adjust my balloon cap. And it's 1-1. I mean, Crochet is just not sharp at all. So it's going to be a tough ask for the Red Sox against this right-hander, Wu. 1-1. That was an awful sweeper up and into Story. And it's 2-1. Don't laugh as I adjust the balloon hat. 2-1.
Such a pleasant sound.
Wu at the letters, brings the glove up, he throws, and Trevor lines one on a hop to shorts. Crawford has it on the second hop, throws wide, but just there in time to get Trevor. And there's one away. That was not exactly clean from Crawford, but he makes the play to begin this bottom of the second inning.
That ball smoked by Story. Hard two-hopper, took a weird bounce to Crawford's left, and he kind of olayed it, but it found leather anyways.
Ole, 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 ole. Here's Tristan Casas. One out, bases empty. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Always makes me think of Dorn in Major League.
Roger?
Don't give me any of this ole. I can't finish that quote. 0-1 to Casas. Back-to-back games with homers. One strike pitch. Swinging a foul on the third base side. They got him standing more upright. Tristan. The balloon is sort of bouncing on my forehead. I don't love it.
You gotta get back some more Major League quotes.
Every time you hit one in the air, you trying to say Jesus Christ couldn't hit a curveball? 0-2 from Wu to Casas. 4-1 Mariners in the second. Wu sets. He throws. And Tristan fouls it straight back. I think he looks much better, and it's not just the home runs. The overall body language and approach at the plate looks better for Tristan.
It does, but it's a very human thing of us to be like, man, he looks better because he has 2 3-run homers the last couple games. So it is nice to see him get some results, because if those balls are caught, we're probably not talking about it.
Every time we win, we peel a piece. Here's the 0-2 to Casas, and it is in the dirt, and it hit him. That bounced 5 feet in front of the plate and hit him in the rear end. And so Casas is aboard with one away.
Oh, one hit, one bouncer off the backside.
Hat for bat. Here comes Christian Campbell. He's the 7th batter, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years.
Would have been nice pitch at cricket.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure. Here's Christian with Tristan at first, a ball outside 1-0.
Have you played cricket before?
I've not.
You gotta like run and bounce it in there. I've tried to hit before with it. It's really awkward because you wait for the ball to bounce
before it hits the wicket, I think it's called. 1-0 to Campbell. The pitch is good take inside a fastball, and it's 2-0. Cricket has a wicket. Homer here would be wicked awesome. 2-0. Campbell waits. Pitch is a strike. Looking for something else, a fastball, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was his 2-seamer from Wu. He'll mix that in, but 4-seamers is bread and butter.
Campbell 300 even. 3 homers and 8 driven in. Casas at first. Leads deliberately. A 2-1. Swing and a foul. That was very awkward from Campbell. Sort of decided late on a 96-mile-an-hour sinker, and it's 2-2.
Decided real late and took that just about out of Garver's mitt. Fired it towards the Red Sox dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. 4-1 Mariners in the second inning. Pitch coming home to Campbell. Here it is. And he takes inside. That almost hit him. Woo. Now 3-2.
You know, Campbell really does lean towards the plate. He crashes out over the plate. That's why he hits the ball the other way so well. But it can get you in a lot of trouble like that with your hands and other parts of your body when you're diving towards the plate like that.
He does sell out.
I think that's why he has issues with the pitch in sometimes, because his body's moving that way.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Casas leads at first. Here's the payoff, and it is swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball. Great pitch from Wu, and they're 2 away.
That was a two-seamer. You know, you go up there looking for all these fastballs up, which he does throw a lot of. Then he unleashes that sinker at 95. It starts middle and kind of dives down and into those righties.
So here now David Hamilton, who's looked really comfortable at the plate lately. A couple lineouts in his last start. Batting from the left side, he throws to Wu, and a fastball misses outside for ball 1. Hamilton this year, 12 at-bats, 2 hits, homer and 2 driven in.
Had that big one in Tampa.
Casas leading at first. 1-0 the pitch. Swinging a high fly into the triangle in right center field. Julio circles around it in front of the track by plenty. He's there to make the play. Inning over. Red Sox leave Casas. We go to the top of the third. 4-1 Seattle in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mazda?
Once you discover the Mazda CX-90.
Mazda?
It doesn't take long to get it. With 3-row seating and safety features like radar cruise control and rear cross traffic alert to carry you and your peace of mind. It will have you saying,
Mazda.
The Mazda CX-90. It's made to move you.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Tasca Mazda Cranston.
Your dream getaway
Welcome in.
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Garrett Crochet, you're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Garrett Crochet needs to settle into this game. He trails 4-1 as we go to the top of the third. Garrett has thrown 54 pitches. You'll see Randy Arozarena, who walked and scored his first time. You're just not used to this version of Crochet at all. See if he can get comfortable on the mound. The pitch to Randy, fouled back, a fastball. 95 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Subaru of New England's scoreboard. Not a full slate of baseball today. The White Sox are in Minnesota. Lead 2-0 in the fourth. The 0-1, swing and a miss. That's a good fastball.
Okay.
And it's 0-2. A little love goes a long way in the Forester hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. You like that fastball, huh?
Mm-hmm. 0-2. I like that even more.
Let it eat. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him 97. Feels like Crochet got a little ticked off in the clubhouse, and there's one away.
Yeah, and this is something Andrew Bailey is really good at. You know, I think he's fresh enough out of the game where he has a relationship with these players where they come off the mound and he sees a mechanical tweak that needs to happen. Crochet is a guy who's good enough to make that adjustment in game.
Here's the pitch to Mitch Garver, who had a big swing his first time. 2-run double. He takes a cutter inside for ball 1. Had a great long talk with Andrew Bailey before the game today. Talking about Crochet and Bayo. 1-0 the pitch. That's a ground ball to the left side. Bregman's got a room service up. Throws to first in time. And then 2 away. He sure could use quick inning Crochet. Good start, 2 away. I just think Andrew's on top of everything. You make the point that he, not long ago, was in that uniform on the mound. He uses all the benefit of every technology. So engaged and locked in with all of their processes. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Donovan Solano, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. He found the fastball command.
Yeah, he's pounded the zone here in the third, which, like you said, needs a quick one.
4-1 Mariners. Here's a soft ground ball to third. Can Bregman do it again? He bare hands throws to first. You got to be kidding.
Come on.
What a play. in time, inning over. Just ignore the errors. Bregman's been awesome at third. It's a 1-2-3 for Crochet. Bottom third is next, 4-1 Mariners. It'll be Narvaez, Duran, and Devers on the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Spring into deals with fresh savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 4 Stay Green or Premium 2 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances and save $50 on every $500 you spend on select LG appliances. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details or qualifying items. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Help Blue Buffalo and Best Friends Animal Society find forever homes for shelter pets. When you buy select bags of Blue Tastefuls, Blue Life Protection Formula, and Blue Nudges dog treats from Walmart, Blue Buffalo will make a donation to Best Friends. Purchase Blue Buffalo at Walmart today. Blue Buffalo will donate 50 cents up to $550,000 to Best Friends Animal Society for every 5-pound bag of Blue Tastefuls dry cat food or Blue Life Protection Formula dry dog food, and for every 16-ounce bag of Nudges dog treats purchased at Walmart from April 1st to May 25th, 2025.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carlos Narvaez leads it off. In the bottom of the third, Will Middlebrooks is bent over, stretching out the lower back. Generally, when he does that, runs happen. So we'll see what transpires here in the bottom of the third. 4-1 Mariners.
They score runs, too.
That's here's the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Rivalry report. Sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. 4-1 Mariners in the third. Wu throws 0-1 is outside. The Yankees today are off. Just finished a series with a salvaging win in Cleveland. Will be there tomorrow. Will the Red Sox 1-1 to Narvi, as they call him. The pitch is foul off on the first base side. And it's 1-2. Pittsburgh is in LA later today. Colorado leads 1-0 in Kansas City. White Sox 2, Twins 0 in the fourth.
I think that foul ball went right into the Legend Suite where Jim Rice is. Seriously.
He threw to head. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Narvaez swings and misses. He's gone on a fastball. And there's one away. You know, this Mariners team does not have enough hitters, but they do have arms. And man alive, does Wu look like a really good when there's one away.
You know what? Their offense has been much better this season than it has the past couple. So even if they can just get average, middle of the pack offense with that pitching staff, it's a playoff team.
One out. Here's Jarren Duran, who swings and misses at a slider, and it's 0-1. They don't have George Kirby right now, the Mariners, one of the great right-handed pitchers in the sport, but still Gilbert, Castillo, this guy Wu, and Miller. The 0-1 is drilled high and deep into left field, back toward the track, and this is going to catch some green. That's another wall ball for Duran, who literally is standing on second base as it caroms into the glove of Arozarena. Look out below, Duran is hot.
Yeah, somebody's heating up. That was a mistake from Wu. That's middle, and Jarren Duran, all of his hard contact has been to left field. He's letting everything travel, getting deep, which does help him on the off speed. But he starts just pounding balls off the monster. It's a double all day for him with that speed.
He is just extraterrestrial. Like, there are no people who are 5 feet from the second base bag when the left fielder plays a bounce like that. Here's Devers. Pitch is fouled off on the third base side. Second look at Wu for Raffy. You know, it's 4-1, Will, in the bottom of the third. It feels important to get Duran home here.
It does. That was a changeup to Duran that he hit to left. Even more impressive.
He really starting to look great at the plate. 0-1 Devers. He struck out his first time. The pitch. Swinging a high pop foul and out of play. Back at home plate and very quickly 0-2. Joe Braverman tried to tell me something. I don't know what that was. And that message from Joe and a tizzy is that with that double, that means it's another double for diabetes and $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector. 0-2 the pitch outside. Fastball, a ball and 2 strikes.
Say a double for diabetes?
Yeah.
How sweet it is.
Oh, pigeon. Is that a dove? Whatever, just flew right by us.
That's a pigeon. It almost came in the booth.
1-2 to Devers. Wu throws. Raffy takes outside. He's being careful with Devers. It's 2-2.
He is. Yeah, do you blame him? Base open, right? But Bregman's on deck. He's protecting him. You want to face him again?
Boy. Have you ever gone dove hunting?
Yeah, I have. Not pigeon, though.
Quail?
I actually haven't gone quail hunting.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a long drive. Looping into left field. That is going to be caught by a Rosarena. Thought that had a chance to get down for a hit. And actually, at T-Mobile Park, it might be, but a Rosarena with a short wall in left was in. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, good job by Jarren Duran not getting too aggressive there, trying to score on that if it got down. He stopped halfway and got back to second base.
So now, a big spot for Bregman, who homered his first time. What's Wu thinking after Bregman launched? Off speed?
I wouldn't be surprised. Fastball up above the zone. 2
down in the third with Duran at second. Wu throws. Bregman takes. Fastball right there. Center cut. That's the chess match, and it's 0-1.
That's it. You know, this is what he thinks I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to combat that. Right? He thinks I'm going off speed because he smoked my fastball. Well, here's a fastball right down Broadway.
Just amazing. 0-1. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball outside. And it's 1-1. I don't know how hitters sleep at night. All the things that happen in the course of a game or a series, just non-stop back and forth mentally. 1-1 to Bregman. 2 down in the third. The pitch is in there for strike. Fastball at the top of the zone. Borderline. Bregman didn't think so, but it's...
Yeah, Bregman looked back at Carlos Torres and asked, is that the top? And Carlos nodded his head, yes.
In other words, that better be the extreme high of the zone.
Yeah.
1-2. Pitch outside. Reminds me of a great Will Clark story that he told on a podcast this offseason where Angel Hernandez early in his career was the home plate umpire, and Will said exactly that. Is that as far off as a strike will go? And Angel said yes. 2-2 to Bregman. Wu throws. Bregman drives one high and deep into left field. Rosarena cannot get it. It bounces off the green. It's an RBI single for Bregman, and it is 4-2. He is on a heater, Bregman is, and the Red Sox are within a couple of runs.
How many dents is he going to put in the monster this year? I mean, he is just pounding balls off that every series. We talked about he's built for this stadium. I'd say so.
Well, and what a tone setter Duran is, too. Gets this offense going. And now, Wilyer Abreu is the tying run, 4-2 the score. It just feels so important to have gotten that run home. Here's Wilyer. He pops it up back at third base toward the seat spot. Williamson does have room on the track to make the play. And the inning is over. Bregman drives home Duran. They tell you to not start a story with 2 outs. will pay off the Will Clark Angel Hernandez tail when we return 4-2 after 3 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You don't wake up dreaming of McDonald's fries. You wake up dreaming of McDonald's hash browns. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now. DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world's moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at NissanUSA.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the 4th inning we go. Garrett Crochet back on the mound facing Ben Williamson, who's had a really good series. He fouls the first pitch off on the third base side. And it's 0-1. It'll be Williamson, Rivas, and Crawford in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Chevy of Danvers. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He couldn't hold up on a fastball. He's found that command, and it's 0-2.
Love a good sword on a fastball.
What are you, pitching ninja?
Maybe.
You gotta come up with your own. Come on.
That's a word used around baseball. Read a book.
All right, Gen Z. 0-2, the pitch. He is swung on and missed. He got him on a sweeper. And Crochet has found something. That's a big-time punch-out, one away.
Yeah, Williamson has been, this whole series, very aggressive on fastballs. That sweeper starts middle of the plate and just about hits him in the back foot. It's nasty.
So a sword really is when you take an awkward check swing at a pitch?
Yeah.
And made to look a little foolish?
Yeah. You just don't see it on fastballs very often.
Leo Reeves, right-handed hitter. That misses outside, ball 1. Who was the guy in your career that you were most likely to have a sword against?
Ooh.
1-0. Misses outside, a fastball, 2-0.
You know a guy I didn't pick up well, and he wasn't even like a great pitcher? Jeremy Hellickson.
Really?
He had such a good changeup.
Longtime Tampa Bay Ray. 2-0. That misses inside. 3-0 to Rivas.
You know, early, in the 2000s, right-handers didn't throw right-handed batters changeups, and that all started in Tampa with James Shields in that group.
3-0. Strike on the outside corner.
Hellickson was in that group, in that rotation, and learned a lot from James Shields. And his changeup wasn't one that, had a lot of movement. It was just slower and deceptive. It looked just like his fastball.
3-1. Luke foul on the first base side.
But for some reason, he could basically stand on the mound and go, Brooksy, throwing a changeup, and I would corkscrew myself into the ground. I don't know what it was. Like had a parachute on the back of it. Just didn't get there. Like Looney Tunes, the guy swings 3 times, like spinning in a circle. That was me.
I didn't know you were such a good whistler.
I didn't either. That was a really good one.
3-2. One out in the top of the 4th. 4-2 Mariners, the pitch. He has a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Bray races over and plays the carom softly, then backhands. That was a weird hop down there. Good job by Willier. And a 1-out hit for Rivas.
That almost kicked away from Willier. It was like awkwardly hit off the hands So it wasn't hard, but it didn't bounce hard off the wall. It almost squirted right down the line, which that would have been trouble.
Jeremy Hellickson pitched Game 6 in the ALCS in 2008, that year that they beat the Red Sox. One season, a second world title. One out, one on. The pitch is a little bit outside. The fastball command has been in and out, elusive a little bit here tonight for Crochet.
The old strike percentage has gone up a touch here over the last couple innings, but still just at 63%.
1-0. That's a ball to Crawford. I was looking at James Shields' baseball reference page. I didn't know this, so I did know that he was called Big Game James because he did pitch a lot of big ones. James Shields did. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That is a strike on the outside corner. His third nickname I love, Juego G.
I played with Juego G in 2015 in San Diego. He's hilarious.
Is he?
Yeah.
2-1. Fouled back to the screen by Crawford.
So by that point, he had made a lot of money, and he loved the cryotherapy.
Sure.
You get in there and it's like freezes you, and so he bought an RV, a nice one, obviously, put a cryo machine in it, and started his own business. And he would just come park it outside the stadium for home games, and we'd all use it.
I hope he charged you for it. The 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called. Cut fastball, and Crawford is gone for out number 2.
Yeah, Crawford, look, left-handed batters, it's just unfair to have to face this guy, right? Especially when he's all over the place with his command, it makes it even more uncomfortable because you feel like you're going to get ear-holed. That was a nice cutter front door to get Crawford.
Wasn't Will Venable on that team, too, in San Diego?
He was. Justin Upton, Matt Kemp.
You love Justin Upton, don't you?
He's one of my best friends on earth.
If only he could play any golf. Here's Dylan Moore, right-handed hitter. On 2 out, the pitch is a little bit outside. Ball 1. I mean, Upton, I think he has a 4 home run game. He is and was in his absolute prime. One of the true freak players in the game. The 1-0 runner goes. Throw from Narvaez not in time. At first slide from Rivas. That was stolen totally off Crochet.
Yeah.
Who still looks a little bit uncomfortable with the landing spot on the mound.
Yeah, he keeps looking down at it, keeps messing with it, but definitely, tells me he's not comfortable. He doesn't have the footing he wants to push off of the mound, but at this point, you just got to battle your way through it, find a way.
2-0. Pitch to Moore is outside.
Back to Jay up. He got to the big leagues when he was 19. So rare.
And I think his brother, BJ, was the #1 overall pick by the Tampa Bay Rays.
Melvin?
That's right. He had some issues off the field, did BJ. Of course, it wouldn't have been as big a deal now, with the law being what it is, but talk about a talented family.
Yeah. BJ came to San Diego that year. We got to all play together.
3 balls, no strikes. 2 down, 4-2 Mariners. There's a fastball. Called a ball up and away from Moore. And so, Crochet has now thrown 79 pitches, and we're only in the 4th inning. Chesapeake, Virginia, the hometown of Justin Upton. I mean, what a stretch for him from 2011 to 2017, one of the great power hitters in the sport. Here's Julio Rodriguez, speaking of, fastball for a strike. 31 homers in his second All-Star season with Arizona in 2011, then 17, 27, 29, 26, 31, 35, 28 homers. Here's a pitch to Rodriguez that swung on, missed. Good sweeper. And it is 0-2. 4th in the MVP voting in 2011 was Upton. 0-2 to J-Rod. 4-2 Mariners in the top of the 4th. Time called.
He was one of my groomsmen.
Is that right?
2016, yeah. At that time, we were living in Scottsdale. That's where they still live out there.
Thankfully, he didn't pull a Vince Vaughn. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He might have.
Pitch is in the dirt. I'm glad you didn't listen. We love Jenny and Maddie and Kenzie.
He was the least of the bad influences of my friends. I'll put it that way.
That sounds about right.
He's such a good human. Yeah, lucky to have him.
2 down, top 4, 4-2 Mariners. Crochet is really battling. He's thrown 82 pitches. This is still a really important sequence here.
Yeah, it definitely is, because J-Rod, even with the struggles here early, he's always a threat if you make a mistake. Now, you can get him to chase. We've seen that throughout this series.
He has struck out and grounded out, 1 and 2. They lead at first and second. Here's the pitch, and it is just inside. Very close pitch. He is grunting more, Crochet. Alex Cora wants to know where that was. It was inside, and it's 2-2. Very good pitch.
I mean, that's dotted. That's one you just hope to get a swing on.
2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, that is the stuff of an ace. Even when you don't have it, big pitch in a big spot. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-2 Mariners lead. Red Sox will have Story, Casas, and Campbell in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at NissanUSA.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And together we have the podcast Office Ladies. Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere. Every Wednesday we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Here's Trevor Story leading it off against Brian Wu. That was a really big sequence there for Garrett Crochet. 4-2 the score. The Mariners lead. Pitch to Trevor is grounded toward third and foul. May 4th is Star Wars Day at Fenway Park. Celebrate 20 years of Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith. Get a Sith or Jedi jersey with your special offer ticket.
May the 4th be with you.
We had that in the minor leagues, I'm sure. The 0-1 is swung on a miss. That's been a problem. That sweeper missed way outside, and it's 0-2. Do you know who Triumph the Insult Comic Dog is?
Can't say I do.
Yeah, you're too young for that. He debuted on the Conan O'Brien show. Absolutely hilarious. I'll show you some videos of Triumph a little bit later. He would go around and he's a puppet dog that would smoke a cigar. 0-2 to Trevor's Story. Wu throws, and Story takes a high fastball. And one of the episodes...
But the dog would rip darts?
He would. Cigars, full on. Literally a fully lit cigar.
Coarse bark, I would assume.
1-2. Here's the pitch to Story. Pitch is high with a fastball 2-2. So I don't know whether it was a Comic-Con or like a Star Wars convention. The bit was that he was just this hilarious, sarcastic insult comic dog. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trevor's Story. Pitch is strike 3 called. Fastball right there. I love Star Wars. I love the movies, but I've never worn like a Yoda suit or a Darth Vader suit. And he would go to these conventions, and the funniest episode he ever had, I think, was at that Star Wars convention. As Tristan Casas digs in. 4-2 Mariners. Base is clear. One down in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Tristan pops it straight back and out of play.
What are the
and there was a
principles
guy
of the Jedi Knight?
Always defend truth and justice throughout the galaxy.
That's
and
the voice of
eat a
Triumph.
lot of peanut M&Ms.
That's Triumph right there. And his payoff line was always, for me to poop on, because he was a dog. But the best one ever was at this Star Wars convention, 0-1 to Casas. One down in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He took a big rip at a slider, and it's 0-2. And he walked up to an adult wearing a Darth Vader suit, and he said, "Which one of these buttons do I push to call your mom to pick you up?" Very.
What's that accent? That Russian?
It's a good question. What was Triumph? 0-2 with one down. The pitch. Casas almost hit with a fastball inside. The wave is going again, and it's 1-2.
Calls your parents to pick you up.
They're all over it.
Joe Braverman.
Would you get
rocking and rolling?
Did you let him know on the drive-in you were going to talk about that today, or what?
He's just on it.
That's
one
quick.
out in the fourth. 4-2. Mariners lead. Casas hit by a pitch his first time. 1-2. Wu delivers, and Casas takes a ball. What would it mean to this offense if Casas really took off?
Well, it just means you're able to lengthen the lineup, and didn't you give Traore some protection in that lineup where he gets better pitches to hit? Casas, his takes have been so much better the last 3-4 days.
Campbell's on deck. 2-2 to Tristan. Here's the pitch. Way high and outside and a full count. You know, Wu with a 2-run lead. He's not looking to put Casas on here, so he might find something to drive right here. 3-2. Here it is. Tristan swings and drives one high into left field. Arozarena back onto the warning track in the corner, and he leaps at the end in front of the CBS sign to make the play right where sun meets shadow, and they're 2 away.
And he almost overran it, because those balls that go down the line in left field, they always come back towards the field. I don't know if the wind changes or then swirls inside of Fenway, but once it gets inside the height of the monster in the stands left field, the ball always comes back, and that one almost got over his head.
Here's Christian Campbell, who's got 6 strikeouts. Red Sox only 3 hits so far. It's been the Bregman show. Here's Christian, who takes a fastball inside. Actually, a slider, and it's 1-0. That is the 4th inning bell, which is brought to you by Boston's premier retirement planning specialist and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners. Line drive foul on the first base side, and it's 1-1. I would like Triumph, the insult comic producer back at EEI, maybe to give me a little heads up before the bell rings. What do you think, Will?
A little startling. Luckily, I wasn't really paying attention.
You rarely do. 1-1 to Campbell. Here's the pitch, and it is fouled off the end of the bat. A sweeper, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Wu is going away from his fastball a good amount here. This time through the lineup, second time through the lineup.
He's thrown 62 pitches, so quite efficient so far. 4-2 Mariners, 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch to Campbell. Swing and a miss. He chased a bad slider. He's gone, and so are the Red Sox. 4-2 after 4. Mariners lead on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at speed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Hi, everybody. It's Brian Green from the Commercial Break Podcast. It's likely you've heard of the show if you're directly related to me or you follow our MySpace page. But I'm not here to talk to those three listeners. I'm here to appeal to people who haven't heard the show. Along with my co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley, we're taking a deeper look at the topics that are affecting our youth today. Like, who are the people who are dating ghosts? Where did all these pickup artists come from? And why doesn't my preacher have a nicer private jet? We understand that these are the issues you really want to get to the bottom of. The Commercial Break is now available on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cal Raleigh to lead it off against Garrett Crochet as we go into the fifth inning. 4-2 Seattle. Kind of a weird game so far. Crochet throws, foul ball straight back by Cal Raleigh. And it's 0-1. The world is fixated. The NFL draft tonight. Patriots pick 4th overall. See what happens in front of their picks. We all seem to know that Cam Ward's going to go number 1 as a check swing. He went around, did Raleigh, and it's 0-2. And I guess then it's a matter of Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and others. I think in a perfect world, the Pats would like to trade out of that 4th pick. We'll see. Most people think it's not the most talented first round of a draft in some time. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. Crochet blows Raleigh away, and there's one down. Where were you when you got picked by the Boston Red Sox?
I was playing in a state championship game at Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. Getting absolutely dismantled by Jasper, Texas. We got crushed. The year before we won the state championship. And we made it all the way back to the finals. It was like the 4th or 5th inning, and we were getting crushed. And came off the field, and like our home side stood up and started cheering. And I'm like, what the heck are they happy about?
1-0 to Rosarena is a little bit low. It was the 5th round, right?
5th round. I locked eyes with my mom, and she's like, kind of mouths, Red Sox, 5th round.
No way.
And I'm like, okay, well, you know, at that point, I'm like, all right, I'm going to Texas A&M.
Because you were committed to A&M.
Yeah, I figured if I didn't, go in the first couple rounds.
2-0 is low and end to Rosarena.
I would likely just go to college, and then...
They offered you too much money?
The Red Sox, the thing, too, is I had fallen in love with the 03 Red Sox, which we've talked about a little bit. And that was the team for me. Like, if they picked me.
Rio, strike on the inside corner. Did you have any sense that they might?
A little bit. Jim Robinson was their area scout in Dallas that I worked a lot with, and I knew he liked me. I was in touch with him a lot. He came to see me a lot in high school.
3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big fastball, and it's 3-2.
But, there were rumors that I might go as a pitcher, towards the first round, and that passed, and I just figured, all right, let's go win a state championship.
3-2. Swinging a high pop down the first base line. Casas turns, runs toward the tarp. Tristan gives up. Sliding attempt by Hamilton, and nobody gets there. That was into the Bermuda Triangle. And it's out of play. As a first baseman, isn't that in the air long enough to make the play?
So with the right-handed batter, Tristan is playing all the way over in the 4-hole because Rosarena's pretty pool on the ground. So with the angle that the second baseman can take, it's a little bit easier of a play if the right fielder can't get there. But
by the way, that could have been a David Ross, Will Middlebrook situation.
Collision.
That was awful looking. Maybe slide with a foot first as a Rosarena takes a fastball low for ball 4. Crochet is upset with himself, and it's a 1-out walk.
Yeah, it's not super windy, but the fly balls are doing weird stuff today. I mean, even that one, Hamilton slid for it to catch it by the tarp, and it came all the way back where he essentially overran it. 7
strikeouts for Crochet, but there's a third walk is a foul ball on the first base side off the bat of Mitch Garver. The third inning, by the way, long ago, while we were doing Triumph the Insult Comic Dog impressions, was brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or going crosstown, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 0-1 to Garver, 95 pitches for Crochet. Fastball outside, it's 1-1.
Yeah, I know Crochet takes a lot of pride in trying to give the bullpen a day off, right? That means go 7 innings, only to use a couple high leverage arms. But
that's not going to happen today.
Yeah.
1-1, the pitch is inside. So Mom tells you from the stands you'd won a state championship as the quarterback with LeMichael on the football field, and now you're in the state tournament on the baseball diamond. And then when do you get your first phone call from somebody with the Red Sox? 2-1, the pitch is outside.
Well, my first phone call was with my advisor at the time, because you couldn't have an agent in high school. It would later be my agent, Joe Sambito, who actually pitched here for the Red Sox. He was on that 86 team. He was a left-handed reliever. So I talked to him a little bit. And
3-1. His ball 4. Wow, back-to-back walks for Crochet. After the strikeout, the bullpen starts going. It's Weissert throwing for the Red Sox.
2 walks in a row there.
Maybe Bailey coming out to discuss things. By the way, the 110th pitch of this game brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, proud to be an official partner of the WEI Red Sox radio network.
It's already 5 walks today for Crochet. It does have 7 strikeouts, but 5 hits, 4 earned runs, and 5 walks. The walks and just the lack of getting ahead of these hitters have been killer.
Sort of sense it from the very beginning. He was not sharp today. So here's Donovan Solano. He did it back in the 4th inning, a walk and a hit. He made big pitches to Julio Rodriguez, but he needs more here. 2 on, 1 out. Here's Solano, the pitch. Strike. That's a good fastball. 96 miles an hour, and it's 0-1.
Just hope somehow he can get through this inning. I know he's at 100 pitches now.
0-1. That's outside a changeup. I think if he loses Solano, Weissert's coming on.
Yeah, I think so. And they're okay pushing him a little further just because there will be an extra day of rest with the off day in Toronto.
I'll have to check this. I bet 5 is a career high in walks for Crochet. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a big fastball. 95, and it's 1-2. 4-2 Seattle, trying to blow this thing open.
It is. It was previously 4. It was against the Blue Jays earlier this season.
Amazing. Sort of erratic command here in the early season. 102 pitches thrown. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball 97. And they're 2 away. Well, if he can get through this 5th inning, it's not what you wanted from Crochet. He does not have his good stuff. But if he keeps the Sox within 2, that is the sort of stuff you want from a #1 starter, but a big hurdle to clear because here comes Ben Williamson. You wouldn't think that coming into this series, but he's looked very good, Williamson has. 2 on, 2 out. Crochet sets, and he'll spin to second, and Rosarena dances back to the bag. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today. Your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate at carsforkids.com. Crochet would like a K right here. Rosarena's running from second. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner. No throw from Narvaez. Not that important a play in the grand scheme of things. But Rosarena got a running start there at second. 0-1 to Williamson. 2nd round pick 2 summers ago.
Williamson is always aggressive. First pitch, so Rosarena probably threw him off there.
0-1 pitch. That is a little low with a changeup. I think this is his last batter, almost no matter what. 4-2 Seattle, top 5. At the corners, the Mariners lead. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Man, he really is grunting today, Crochet is. That was 96, and it's 1-2.
It's a big one here. At 106 pitches. Need to punch a ticket here. That'd be nice.
1-2. Crochet sets. He throws, and he misses outside with a sweeper. 2-2.
Yeah, I would think this is his last hitter.
Just has not had it so far today. Needs a big pitch here. 2-2.
I'm sure this ties his career high in pitches as well. He had 107 in that April 8th outing against the Blue Jays, the one he had 4 walks in.
Well, now he's locked up long term. Red Sox trust him to go deep to an extent. 2-2. Here it is. Way inside and low. 98 miles an hour, a little overthrown, I think. And it's 3-2. That means that Raleigh over at first base, rather Garver, is going to get a running start.
I feel like the cutter has been the pitch he has gone to when he needs a pitch so far today.
3-2. Here it is. Fouled back. That was a sweeper. The swing. Williamson lost the bat back to the screen. And it stays 3-2.
Actually, really impressive by Williamson to even make contact there. He was dead red. His body was on time for the fastball and just kind of threw the hands, almost the entire bat at that ball.
Crochet fussing with his jersey, tucking it in underneath his belt, walking around to the third base side of the rubber. First and third, the Mariners lead. They already have a 2-run advantage in this game. Huge pitch coming. 3-2. The payoff is swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball at 98 miles an hour, and the inning is over. Well, Crochet didn't have his best stuff, but that was a big-time pitch right there. He gets out of a jam. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-2 Mariners in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another, and don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof. Massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
In 2009, 3 days before Halloween, a grisly crime stunned the seaport town of Anacortes, Washington.
I can only describe it as evil.
From 48 Hours, this is Train to Kill. The dog trainer, the heiress, and the bodyguard.
He couldn't control his obsession.
Who was the hunter and who was the hunted? Follow and listen to Train to Kill on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, Old Faithful went off in the booth as Garrett Crochet just struck out Williamson. I had a bottle of water.
Remember the time you spilled a gallon of water over all your equipment? That was fun.
I pressed, and it helps to have your microphone on, but who knows? We might short circuit here in this inning. Got 7 gallons of water on the headset, microphone, the iPad, the laptop.
Electrocute yourself.
No, it might be a win for you in the end. Here's David Hamilton as Brian Wu about to throw his 64th pitch. Janitor on aisle 2. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 2 things at one time.
Well,
I mean, I used to have a new laptop, an old iPad, a functioning phone, a headset, and a microphone that worked. We'll see after this inning. 0-1 to Hamilton. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball, and it's 0-2.
did it get the jeans or just the...
No, yeah, it got the pants.
A little bit. Not bad. Not bad.
But you never know what it really is.
Also true.
0-2 to Hamilton, who flied to center his first time. What a good guy Cooper Boardman is. He offered to clean up the counter and take the discarded towels. The 0-2. Swinging a high pop up on the left side of the infield. It's going to be handled over there in shallow left field by the Mariner third baseman Williamson, and there's one away. You and Coop are going to be together tomorrow in Cleveland. I hope you'll be hard on him.
Oh, I already told him, buckle up, get it good. You're going to need at least 10 hours of sleep tonight because I'm going to make it really awkward.
I'm almost done cleaning here. Might have a future in sanitation. Here is a pitch to Carlos Narvaez. Sweeper misses for ball 1.
Well, you know what they say, where there's a wipe.
And we got 2 of them in our booth. Lots of wipes. 1-0 the pitch. Swing and miss, a high fastball.
It's like wiping a Sharpie.
I think I basically got it all handled here. Not bad.
And everything works.
For now. 4-2 Mariners. Look at the TV.
The TV's dripping. How did you get it? That's 2 feet above the desk.
1-1. I was really excited. Here's the pitch to Narvaez.
Did you Gronk spike your Dasani?
Swing and a miss by Narvaez, and it's 1-2.
Anyone looking up in the booth is just like, was Fleming cleaning the booth right now mid-game?
I need some Windex for the TV screen.
Glass cleaner?
It's still dripping. It's coming out of the volume port.
You have that effect on people.
True. Not real good as Narvaez takes a 1-2 fastball outside, and it's 2-2. I mean, literally, the television is dripping. That cannot be good.
It's that's frowned upon. You should probably stay away from electronics.
I mean, honestly. Yeesh. 2-2. Swing and a miss. A slider. And they're 2 away. This guy, Brian Wu, is really, really good.
And this is the guy that the Red Sox were on in the offseason when they were exploring trades with Seattle. This was a guy they were very interested in bringing over and putting a Red Sox uniform on him.
If you believe the reports, the Red Sox and Mariners talked about Wu for Casas, and Seattle said no. Well, 2 down, bases empty. Here's Duran, who checks his swing and fouls it off on the third base side. And he's 0-1. Tizzy Braverman's asking me for the code word. I'm busy trying to save everything that matters to me.
The book is drenched.
The book is soaking. The sheets are tearing as I turn them. 0-1 the pitch. Duran takes a little bit high. And it's 1-1. The code word of the game is third base. One word. THIRDBASE. WET. 1-1 to Duran. 2 down. 4-2 Mariners in the 5th. Pitch. Swinging a little pop-up on the infield. Shortstop Crawford's got it. He's there to make the play. Very quickly down go the Sox in the 5th. Let's see if I can get a life raft here. 2-run Mariner lead after 5 in the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Yeah, Greg Weisert's on as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox trailing the Mariners 4-2. Leo Rivas will swing it around and bat lefty against Weissert. Most of the booth is now dry. The television continues to sort of drip, 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 drip. Here's Leo Rivas as Weissert throws a fastball that misses upstairs 1-0. Can we just admit that the Dave Chappelle Show is the greatest comedy sketch show ever made?
He's so good.
Only thing that makes my life complete is a swing and a miss at a sinker. It's 1-1.
Yeah, you should probably not follow through on that one.
But I mean,
I like when he does the Prince skit. He plays basketball. How about the game of basketball?
1-1. Purple Rain from Weissert. It's a changeup. He swung on a miss.
He hits the jumper and he
1-2.
goes, game blouses.
In the Prince voice all the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Leo Rivas. 4-2 Mariners in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Swing and a foul. In on the hands. He's walked and singled as Rivas. Had a very productive day at the plate. Crochet did not have his great stuff today at all. But again, kept the Red Sox in the game through 5 innings.
I mean, Crochet was at his worst.
Yeah, he was.
It's a 2-run game. Still struck out 9. Found a way to...
1-2 is grounded to first. Noted Prince fan Tristan Casas has it. Throws to first. Underhand to Weissert. And there's one away.
Well, back to Crochet, though. I mean, you know, you don't just throw around the word gutsy a lot, but he knew from square one he didn't have his stuff today. Whether it was the mound, whether it was mechanical, whatever. He didn't have his stuff, and he still found a way to get through 5 with really the worst stuff we've seen from him as far as, not stuff, but command. He just lacked it the whole day.
Here's a pitch from Crochet. That's a sweeper to J.P. Crawford. Down and in for ball 1. Crochet goes 5 innings, allows 5 hits and 4 runs. He did strike out 9, but he walked a career-high 5. 1-0 to Crawford. The pitch. Outside, sinker. 2 balls and no strikes. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. J.P. Crawford's on base for the 2nd time. And a sinker into center. And here come the Mariners in the top of the 6th. I mean, the Sox had won 7 of 8 going into yesterday, Will, and they'd won a couple straight series in Tampa and then here at home against the White Sox. This, the rubber match of this set with the Seattle Mariners before going off to Cleveland and Toronto.
I just think the Seattle team is a very good ball club. When you have that type of pitching, 1 through 5, and you don't have George Kirby right now, it's a good team.
Miles Mastroboni is going to come on and pinch hit now for the Mariners, hitting for Dylan Moore. In some ways, that's a win for the Red Sox in the sort of middle innings of this game, and because of it, Andrew Bailey's out to the mound. Fresh berries are bountiful and now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Buy 2, get 1 free. 1 pound strawberries, pint blueberries, 6-ounce raspberries, or blackberries. Hurry and save on berries today. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox radio network. Conversation on the mound done. Weissert has just been fantastic for the Red Sox. Trying to keep it a 2-run game right here. Pitched in 11 games, 3 against the Mariners. Pitched in the opener of this series. Here is the first one to Mastroboni. It's a strike. Sinker on the inside corner. It's 0-1.
You know, I'm actually surprised they don't let Dylan Moore face righties. You know, I know he's been very good against left-handers this year, but when you're swinging it well, you're swinging it well.
0-1, the pitch. Foul back to the screen. You know, we all live and die by every pitch, every game, every win, every loss for the Red Sox. But on the field before the game today, I had yet another reminder of what really matters the most in life. Met a great young man, Riley Wheaton, who's being treated right now at the Dana-Farber Institute. 0-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball. And they're two-way. Lisa Scherber was down there. Riley and his family down on the field talking to Trevor Story and Liam Hendricks and Garrett Whitlock. And Riley had a really rare heart infection, and they just couldn't figure out what was going on. Myocarditis. He went into the doctor and took all these tests, and they realized he had about the most rare form of heart cancer you can ever have, let alone in young kids, which Riley is, 10 years old.
Oh, gosh.
So he and his family are hunkered down, trying to get the best care that they can. Here's Julio Rodriguez.
Well, they're in the best place.
They are.
That's for sure.
2 down. Here's J-Rod. The pitch is strike. And I was talking to Riley's mom, and, you know, as a father of 2 young boys, it's hard to not get sort of overcome with emotion thinking about what you would do in those spots. And what she said just was like a dagger of inspiration right to my heart. 0-1 to Julio. Pitch is abused. Strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. She said, he has proven to be the toughest person I've ever met. And when he had 3 tubes into his chest and ribs, all he wanted to do was go outside and throw a bullpen. Talk about perspective.
Yeah.
0-2 to Julio. 2 down, 4-2 Mariners in the top of the 6th. So we are pulling hard for Riley Wheaton. 0-2. The pitch. Swinging a shot toward third. Diving play by Bregman. He comes his feet. He throws to first. Not in time. Rodriguez just beat it out with his foot speed. That was spectacular from Bregman. We'll see if the Red Sox check with their video room.
I need to see a replay of that one.
They are going to look. That was spectacular from Bregman.
I think J-Rod was in the air when that ball is caught. I mean, Bregman is in foul territory when he lands. Julio Rodriguez runs really well.
You see the first look at the replay. I think it's very close. So, does the ball hit the glove before the foot? I don't think so. I think they're going to lose this challenge.
That's so close.
There's no harm in it in this spot. But I do think he's going to be called safe. What do you say?
Oh, that is, they're not going to overturn that. If anything, it's a tie, and that'll just leave the call where it is.
So close.
Tremendous play. When I tell you, and I can tell you firsthand, played third base here. You dive over the line in foul territory, almost in shallow left field, that is a far throw. And he has to get up and get rid of it quick.
Here's the question. So Julio lunges for the bag. The heel hits in front of the base. The spikes are up above it. Is there enough on the replay to prove that the ball hits the glove before the spikes come down on that first base bag? I think the call of safe probably tips it in the favor of the Mariners here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't think there's enough to overturn that. But what?
After review, the call stands. The runner is safe, and Boston will lose their challenge.
Well, and again, the key word there is stands. It's not confirmed. There's not enough to definitively prove it. And I think he's out, but I just don't think there's clearly enough.
I mean, that's as close to a tie as you're going to get. And if whatever call is the first call or the only call, they're not going to change it.
That was almost an awesome play for Riley Wheaton. See now whether Weissert can pitch out of a jam.
With J.P. Crawford's speed, that could have saved a run if that rattled around in the corner.
No
Who
doubt
knows?
about it. Here is Cal Raleigh, very dangerous hitter, especially in this kind of spot. 4-2 Mariners, 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Swing and a foul. He shattered his bat into 900 pieces. That must have hit right off the end of the bat. And it is 0-1. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. Will, I know you visited the Jimmy Fund and Dana-Farber many, many times. We'll have the telethon later this summer. It is the ultimate perspective that you can get.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's the best way to put it, right? I mean, I was lucky enough to be the Jimmy Fund captain for a couple of years when I spent time in Boston, and I was young, right? When I first started doing that, I was 24 years old. Thought I had everything figured out. I did not. No one does at that age. And, you know, going over there and spending off days and days before night games with those kids and those families, and not only them, but the doctors and nurses and everyone that pours their whole lives into saving these kids. It was just, it changed everything for me.
0-1 to Cal Raleigh, 2 on, 2 out in the 6th inning. Weissert is at the belt. He throws and he misses outside with the changeup. 1-1. You can't know till you're a parent yourself. But what a great ambassador the Red Sox have in Garrett Whitlock, just as they did with Brock Holt and so many others. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weissert closed off stance, the 1-1 set. He throws and he misses with a changeup. It's 2-1. Well, that is a true credit to you, Will, though. As a young man, you were selected as the captain for the Jimmy Fund. I mean, it's really one of the great relationships between any pro sports team and any charity. Definitely. Longest standing in any pro sport. 2-1, the pitch. Fouled off on the third base side. Kids are strong, the parents are strong. And so many of these diagnoses are dire. It's so hard to wrap your head around. But the courage that is on full display, it does take your breath away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down in the 6th. The pitch is fouled back to the screen. A fastball. That was a mistake by Weissert, and it's 2-2.
Well, this is going Cal Raleigh. You got to be real careful with elevated pitches like that. He's already got 9 homers and 16 driven in here early in this season. Lots of pop in that bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Weissert sets. He throws. And a swing and a miss. He got him. That's for Riley Wheaton. Weissert blows him away. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2. Mariners lead the Red Sox. However, Boston will have Devers, Bregman, and Abreu after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You don't wake up dreaming of McDonald's fries. You wake up dreaming of McDonald's hash browns. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull, Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern. Garcia returns in a history-making Top Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing, then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at NissanUSA.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy. And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
We get the best start to the day because we started together.
Watch the Today Show weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
If you're shopping for a new car, the choice is simple. Herb Chambers. We offer legendary customer service, the largest inventory in New England, the lowest prices, and the best value. Find out for yourself today at any one of our convenient Herb Chambers locations.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Raffy Devers to lead it off in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-2 Mariners rubber match of a 3-game series. The pitch to Raffy is strike on the inside corner. Brian Woo's been good. 75 pitches. That is first of the 6th. Miles Mastrobuoni, the new right fielder for the Mariners. Devers, Bregman, and Story in the Herb Chambers batting order in this bottom of the 6th. The pitch, high fastball. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Mini of Boston.
Woo's been effective in all his starts. His last two, he's gone 7 innings. The one before that, he went 6.
Liam Hendricks is up for the Red Sox in their pen. 1-1 to Devers, up, swinging a foul back. And that's a center cut fastball. Raffy is such an enigma. I mean, he's a preternaturally gifted hitter, but he swings and misses at more fastballs than just about any elite hitter in the game.
Well, this whole team struggles with it. They're hitting 176 against fastballs 95 and above.
Wow. 1-2. Time called, I think, by Raffy.
That's 29th in baseball. Only the White Sox are worse.
It's so crazy.
Wow, I think there's a lot of guys who are up there. It's gotten better, but trying to launch and lift pitches, and you're susceptible to that fastball up in the zone with that swing path.
1-2. The pitch. Devers pops it up on the left side of the infield. Another 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he could not catch up to. The third baseman makes the play, and Devers is retired for the first out in the 6th. Get to the league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. DrainsByJames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. Here's Bregman. Leads the league in doubles with 10. One out, bases empty. He's homered and singled in a run. Here he drives one high and foul. Down the left
that
field
had that
line.
look to it, didn't it?
It did.
Just caught it out front on the sweeper. And Raffy's getting pretty frustrated again, and we're starting to find him. He's finding himself late on fastballs. He had a fly out to left, then a fly out to third. He's also struck out, been late fastball.
0-1. Pitch to Bregman. Inside, fastball. And it's 1-1. So he's got 10 doubles. Bobby Witt Jr., maybe the best two-way player in the game, has 9. Aranda with 8. Bo Bichette with 8. We'll see him over the weekend in Toronto. Raffy with 7. Tied for 5th. The 1-1. Bregman takes a ball. Fastball outside, and it's 2-1. At this point, you really want to make Woo work. He's been so good. You'd love to get into the Seattle bullpen.
Just at 81 pitches, you know, it's hard to see pitches because he attacks his own.
2-1 inside. I mean, it's like Kirby. It's like Gilbert. They just are on you with strikes early in counts.
Strike one. As soon as you go down 0-1, it changes. Such a big difference between 0-1 and 1-0 with the approach by pitchers.
Season high 97 pitches for Woo. 3-1. Here it is. Bregman takes ball 4, fastball up and in. Clearly a little bit spooked to Bregman. You can understand that. So he's aboard with a 1-out walk. And the tying run comes up in Wilyer Abreu. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. Again, Liam Hendricks is up in the pen. Bregman dancing around at first. 1 on, 1 out the pitch. Wilyer takes a strike. On the outside corner, bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. New England metalroofing.com. 0-1. Abreu is struck out and fouled out to third. Pitch is outside. You know, typically, this is not a spot to run. I mean, Woo's pretty quick to the plate. I don't rule out, though, a sneak attack from Bregman here.
I don't like it. I mean, this team's in need of a bolt right. 3 hits on the day, but 1 swing can tie it.
Story's on deck. 1-1. The pitch is outside. 2-1 the count now on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Does look like Woo is very quick to the plate.
He is.
Hitters count for Wilyer. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Wilyer, a little cue shot in front of the plate. Carver picks it up, looks to second. He'll throw to first in time. A little swinging bunt. And Abreu is out number 2. I'll bring up Trevor's Story. Just badly fooled him. Abreu, after the wonderful start, he's had 2 or 3 huge games, but he's cooled off big time at the plate.
And Trevor's cooled off the last couple games. Had an 0 for 5 to start this series. You know, hit the ball hard in his first at bat today on that ground out to short. That ball was smoked, but you've seen him chase above the zone and chase the sweeper outside.
0 for his last 10. Love a hit here with Bregman at second. The pitch is a little outside. Wow, that could have easily been called a strike. Perfect pitch, called a ball, and it's 1-0.
Thank you.
He has not had a good zone today. Alfonso Marquez behind the plate. Rather, Carlos Torres. 1-0 to Story. Here's the pitch. And it is foul on the first base side. 96 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Now, the Mariners do get action going in their bullpen. The right-hander begins to throw. Casas is on deck. And how big would a hit here be? 4-2 Seattle. 2 down in the 6th. The pitch is swung on and missed. Man, laid on a fastball. This is what you're talking about, Will. For whatever reason, the Red Sox against elite velocity just have not hit a lot.
And Trevor's been one of the better ones with velocity. His approach has been so line drive to the big part of the field heavy that helps him be short to the baseball and combat that hard fastball at the top of the zone. But here the last couple of days, a lot of swing and miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bregman at second. 4-2 Mariners in the 6th. Woo is ready. He throws. And a little blooper on the first base side caught over there by Solano in the air. And the inning is over. Red Sox leave another man aboard after 6. 4-2 Seattle. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
It's baseball season in New England. Sox fans emerge from hiding, their instincts roused by a call.
Hot dogs here.
They roost between Lansdowne and Jersey Street, their primitive chants heard for miles.
Let's go, Red Sox!
Colorful creatures, aren't they? To witness these traditions is truly remarkable.
New season, same Sox fans. Here's to a great year. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox.
Hi, this is Liam Hendricks. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Liam Hendricks is on for the second time in this series. Scoreless inning on Tuesday here against the Mariners. You'll see Arozarena, Garver, and Solano for Dan Wilson. Mariners leading 4-2. Herb Chambers batting order in this inning. Brought to you by Herb Chambers pre-owned cars and trucks.
Well, you need a bullpen to settle in and get nasty here. Keep this thing a 2-run ball game. Give this offense a chance once they get Wu out.
Arozarena takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Limited slate on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. White Sox lead the Twins 3-0 in Minnesota in the bottom of the 7th. Twins are off to an awful start to begin the year. 1-0 is a little bit outside. Fastball 2-0. Colorado and Kansas City tied at 4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Baltimore and Washington in about 2 hours in D.C. 2-0. That's a strike on the outside corner, 95 miles an hour, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, part of the worry with Liam Hendricks in spring training was his velocity. He was 93 most of the time. Obviously had the little forearm tendonitis he dealt with. Good to see 95 consistently.
2-1. Up and in. Alex Cora always sort of thought that would happen. He stepped on the big stage.
Yeah, get the adrenaline going a little bit, which bullpen arms normally live off of.
3-1. Foul back to the screen.
Just always wonder, you know, Liam has always been a closer, a 9th inning guy. How much does it affect him to pitch in the 7th or any time outside of the 9th?
Definitely an adjustment. 3-2. That is a ball. High fastball. Liam not happy with himself. And a leadoff walk to Arozarena. Sort of feel like as he makes his way back from injury and cancer, that might not bother him as much. He's so excited to just be on a mound in any inning. It's a really good point to raise. He's so used to thriving on that adrenaline of getting the last 3 outs. Here's Mitch Garver. 2-run double his first time here. He takes up and in with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
Seeing a lot of fastballs missed up above the plate uncompetitively for Liam Hendricks. He's got to get that out front, got to finish that pitch.
1-0. 4-2 Mariners. Way outside. Good block there by Narvaez on a slider. 2 balls and no strikes. He's thrown 8 pitches, only 2 of them in the zone. Hendrick is ready at the belt, the 2-0. Chopper toward third. Should be 2 to second for 1 from Bregman. Hamilton to first. Taylor made double play, and they're 2 away.
Ooh, that's a big one right there where kind of was looking like it was getting out of hand, not throwing strikes, not really finding it even close to the zone, but gets that fastball off the end of the bat to Garver and rolls right over it to Bregman for the 5-4-3.
Sox needed that big time. So here now is Donovan Solano, right-handed hitter. Fastball up and away. 4-1. Crochet, Weissert, and Hendricks.
What am I going to do with this, Doug?
Doug just delivered 2 of the Tessie dolls to you, the 1-0. It's a strike on the outside corner. You're already getting flack for packing too much. Don't stuff that in your suitcase, too.
I mean, the girls will love this.
Just put it in your locker. They can have it next time they come.
Stuffed.
Yeah, one run is a slider that misses outside from Hendricks. It's just kind of like a little stuffy. I'm going to bring him home for sure.
Yeah, no, the girls love Wally and Tessie, so that'll... I mean, I can't get it home this trip. My bag's way too heavy.
You got to watch out.
Can't make everybody happy, you know?
Well, I mean, you're doing TV, you're doing radio. You haven't been home in 2.5 weeks.
Trip. Yeah.
Just pack some polos. What'd you 2-1 pitch? Is a little bit outside of fastball, and it's 3-1. You do look sharp today, although, again, I mean, you got this great pressed white button-down shirt on. You had an awesome sport coat on TV, and the minute you come in here, it's like, I don't need this. The 3-1 is inside ball 4. So Hendricks has walked a couple here around the double play ball, and Solano is aboard with 2 down.
Yeah, more fastballs up above the zone that just really aren't close. They're about a foot above the zone where you just can't live up there. You're not going to get any chase.
You could totally understand, can't you, Will, how just putting it all together mechanically in a big league game, it takes some time for somebody like Hendricks.
Yeah, and in his first outing against the White Sox, he gave up a lot of hard contact.
Here's the pitch to Ben Williamson, swing and a miss at a slider, 0-1.
So I think maybe that can get in the head of a pitcher too. When you're first coming back, you haven't thrown in 680 days, and he's maybe, I don't want to say scaring him away from contact, but making him want to be a little more precise.
0-1, the pitch almost hit him. Fastball. Subaru of New England scoreboard, as we told you, Mariners lead here 4-2. Rockies and Royals tied at 4 in the 5th. Later tonight, Nats host the O's and the Giants host the Brewers. Little love goes a long way in the 25 Forester hybrid. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Good slider, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Four runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 2-3-0 for the Sox. The pitch is just outside. Curveball.
You're seeing Hendricks go to the slider and the curveball because it's very clear there's not command of that fastball right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is outside. You're right. The slider missed there. And it's 3-2. He's a ball away from walking 3 in the inning. These are good. Tessie stuffies. She's got the pigtails in the orange hair. 3-2. The pitch. Runner goes. Fouled off. That one got Narvaez in an awful spot. And we'll do it again. 3-2.
He's taken a few today. He's been getting worn out back there. Yeah, I don't know about your kids because they're boys. I have girls, but they both have stuffed animals everywhere.
Oh, yeah, we got hundreds.
Their bed. Yeah. So this will just add to it, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Mountains and mountains up.
I'll have to FedEx at home, I guess.
4-2 Mariners. Top of the 7th, 3-2. Runner goes, the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen by Williamson. And we'll do it again, 3-2. It's amazing how many stuffed animals we have in our home. I mean, really, it's probably 200. And they end up in a basket on the bed everywhere.
We're moving in about a month, and I'm probably going to have if you see smoke coming from the south, I did a massive bonfire down in South Florida.
3-2 is outside ball 4. Third walk of the inning for Hendricks. And the Mariners have 2 on with 2 out.
And that was 6 straight off-speed pitches. Not a good sign from a guy who needs his fastball.
He just doesn't quite have the feel for it. Luis Guerrero just called up today from AAA is going to get up in the bullpen, and because of that, Andrew Bailey wants to buy him some time. He'll pay a visit to the mound.
You really just have to find a way to keep this a 4-2 ball game. Once you start getting 3-4 runs behind, it feels really hard to come back when you get to the back end of a bullpen.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. How about this? It's the 7th inning, and the Red Sox have used all of their mound visits. Unusual day, especially with Crochet on the mound. Would not have anticipated that. So, meeting on the mound adjourned. And here comes Leo Rivas. This is a real crossroads in this game.
Rivas has been really good at just putting the bat on the ball. High contact so far this season from him. Small sample size.
2 on, 2 out pitch misses inside with a fastball. 1-0. I think no matter what, this will be the final hitter for Liam Hendricks. Guerrero throwing in the pen. 1-0. He's only thrown 8 strikes out of 23 pitches. Here's a strike, fastball. And it's 1-1.
You saw where that was. Center cut, right? Sometimes these guys try to be way too fine. I get into the corners, but if you don't have feel for it, you just gotta throw it over the plate.
1-1. The pitch is a strike. Fastball inside corner at the knees, and it's 1-2.
That one was executed a lot better down and in.
1-2. Hendricks throws, and he misses outside of the fastball. 2-2.
I just feel like you can't find that happy zone where it's a fastball that's just above the zone, where the ones you get a lot of swing and miss on.
These are easier takes. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Third base side. Look out. Do it again. 2-2.
It has been all fastballs to Rivas. See if he can break off one of those breaking balls. The slow curve ball would be nice here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. High line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Campbell comes up, plays it on one hop. The throw comes home. They will hold. The runner at third, Solano. Hot shot. And I think that probably will do it here for Hendricks. Alex Cora talking it over with Andrew Bailey in the Red Sox first base dugout. The hitter is J.P. Crawford. And it's a tough call because Luis Guerrero is just up from the minor leagues. He started throwing about 2 minutes ago, and they're going to stick with Hendricks here. Wow.
Well, strap him on. Right here, you got to find a way.
Base is loaded. The pitch is a beauty. Strike. Curveball in there, 0-1.
That's the pitch I was hoping Rivas would see, but he got 5 straight heaters. Eventually found his timing.
Mariners at every base. The 0-1. Foul. Fastball 95, and it's 0-2.
That fastball up that I was talking about, just above the zone, would be perfect here. You got to be careful with breaking balls down and into lefties. That could be a nitro zone.
He's got 4 career grand slams. The 0-2 driven foul down the right field line. Exactly what you were talking about. He got away with that pitch right there, a looping curveball out of play. 0-2. Crawford knows it.
Yeah, it's good. Look, you can go to that pitch, but you got to set it up. You got to throw the fastball up, make them worry about that a little bit first, and then you can get the chase. But in that count, he was looking for that pitch.
4-2 Mariners. Trying to break it open. Bases loaded. 2 down in the 7th. The pitch is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Wow. That was a slider in the dirt. He struck him out. And somehow, some way, Liam Hendricks pitches around 3 walks in the inning. Bottom 7 is next. 4-2 Mariners. Now the Red Sox will have Casas, Campbell, and Hamilton after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Every morning brings a fresh new energy.
This is Today.
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox trailing the Mariners 4-2. Tristan has been hit by a pitch and flied out to left. Kind of a frustrating night at the plate. 3 hits for the Sox. And they struck out 8 times as Casas.
We'll say hats off to Ryan Wu, though. He was filthy today. He was 0-1 on just about everybody. Just 1 walk.
0-1. Tristan rips it foul on the first base side. When the Red Sox strike out fewer than 10 times, you sent me this earlier today. They're 9-3. 10 more strikeouts, 5-8.
Well, what are we at? 8? We're at 8 right now.
Yeah.
Still a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There you go.
0-2 to Casas. 4-2 Mariners. The pitch is foul back. The shadows aren't a huge problem yet, but they do creep right in front of the plate.
Yeah, they're another inning and a half or so until it gets tough.
0-2. There's the pitch. Little foul ball off his front foot. I thought maybe it just hit the plate. It bounces to the mound. Throw to first in time to get Casas. Didn't you think that hit him? It took a really weird bounce.
It went right down off the plate. That's exactly what it did. Yeah, trust me, that catches a foot. You're not running to first base.
So Tristan is gone. One down, and here's Campbell. 4-2 Mariners. The pitch inside.
Colin Snyder, definitely not a submarine by any means, but very sidearm delivery. Straight fastball. He's got a sweeper and a cutter he'll throw as well.
1-0 from Snyder. That's a strike to Campbell. And it's 1-1. He's pitched, Snyder has, in 9 games, a 3.48 ERA. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Christian. And that's a ball and 2 strikes. You worry about Andres Munoz, who did pitch here last night in the Mariner win. The good closers in the American League. 1-2 with 1 down and the base is empty. Pitch way outside. Good take. Cutter. And it is 2-2.
Munoz will definitely be up. I mean, he threw 15 pitches yesterday, but he had 3 days off before that outing last night.
Trying to spark a rally here is Campbell. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. There's the 9th Red Sox punch out. 2 down. Here comes David Hamilton.
I'll tell you what, this was the worst place to strike out because the dugouts are so far from home plate, and you're just walking back, feels like forever. Getting booed on the way back.
Here's Hemi. He has soft ground ball on the right side. It is played by Solano. Steps on the bag, and a very quick bottom of the 7th for Colin Snyder. Nothing going offensively for the Red Sox other than Bregman. We go to the 8th, 4-2 Seattle. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? Well, then listen to What We Spend. Available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the Nissan Rogue. Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Versa. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Luis Guerrero is the new pitcher for the Red Sox. You'll see Mastroboni, Rodriguez, and Raleigh for the Mariners in the 8th inning. It's 4-2. Seattle leads. Red Sox have done so very little offensively. Brought to you by the Herb Chambers batting order. Sprinter vans of Somerville and Peabody.
So no base runner since the 3rd inning for the Red Sox.
Not gotten it going at all. This pitching change and slow down in action is brought to you by Izervay. Here's Mastroboni. Pitch misses inside. And it's 1-0. Guerrero did not pitch well at AAA. I mean, a really nice camp. Was good with the Red Sox. Missed a ton of bats last season, but it has not clicked for him in the early going. The 1-0. High fly ball into deep right field. Abreu back at the warning track in front of the bullpen. On the run, he is there to make the play. He collides with Campbell, who comes behind him. I think everybody's okay. We can exhale, and there's one out.
Oh, all right. Well, first things first, I thought that was going in our bullpen.
Yep.
Right, had that look to it, and it just kind of died. Not much wind, but enough to knock it down. You know, a lot of times you'll hear a center fielder call off the right fielder on that play, but they kind of got there at the exact same time, likely both calling for that ball.
Campbell, of course, new to center field. Here's a ground ball to third off the bat of Julio. What a backhand pick by Bregman.
Are
Throws
you
to first in time, and they're 2 away. Come on.
I mean, it's just knowing your base runner, because if he stays back for the easier hop, Julio beats that out by 2 steps. So you have to commit to coming in and making that tough pick on that hard in-between bounce. What a play by Alex Bregman.
Again, anyone who's watched these games would know that Alex Bregman has been awesome defensively at third.
And look, with all due respect to Rafael Devers, who got a lot better at third base. There's been several plays he just doesn't make.
Including that one.
Yes.
He's not making that play. Here's Cal Raleigh. The pitch is swung on and missed by Guerrero. He's always had a big arm, 98 miles an hour, and it's 0-1.
And with that said, there's a lot of third basemen across baseball that don't make that play.
I mean, that was just brilliant. And not only the pick, but the quick transfer, the accurate throw.
It's just, that's one of the more difficult plays a third baseman will have, is that one right there.
2 down in the 8th. 4-2 Mariners. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. And it's 0-2.
What's tough with plays like that is if you clank it, which is really easy to do, you look like an idiot. Like, what are you doing? But you make that play and you're like, oh man, that was impressive.
Here's the 0-2. High fly down the right field line. Look out. This thing toward the corner on the run. Abreu is just by the wall. Behind the pole. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. A little harrowing, but a 1-2-3 inning for Luis Guerrero. Thank you, Alex Bregman. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Sweet Caroline time. 4-2 Mariners on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Greetings, Boomtown. Ever since this neighborhood switched to Xfinity Internet,
the Wi-Fi is booming!
Xfinity combines the power of internet and mobile with one all-in plan.
So we've all got lightning-fast, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go with Wi-Fi Power Boost from Xfinity Mobile.
You get the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best in-class equipment and unlimited data included. Plus, add an unlimited mobile line.
All for only $40 a month for 1 year. To celebrate this combo, we're mashing our shows together.
It's everything you need all in one plan. Plus, learn how to get a free 5G phone with a premium unlimited line. Now, sit back and relax with the smooth, relaxing sound
of face-melting acid metal!
Brilliant.
Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Ends June 23rd with paperless billing and autopay to stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet gateway required. Texas fees extra. After 1 year rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years regular rates apply. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards US Fixed Broadband Experience Report August 2024.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Gabe Spire, the left-hander, is on to face Carlos Narvaez. It'll be Narvaez, Duran, and Devers in Herb Chambers' batting order. Mention this inning is brought to you by Herb Chambers Sprinter Vans of Somerville and Peabody. Narvaez is twice struck out. Wu, then Snyder, and now Spire. Lefty throws. Carlos takes a ball. Called a strike. That is an call.
That wasn't even close.
By Carlos Torres.
Goodness.
I mean, it's 4 inches off the plate. He's had a rough day. 0-1 rather to Carlos. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big slider. In under the hands, and it's 0-2.
I saw Spire throw yesterday. He had a clean inning. No hits, no walks, 1 strikeout.
Of course, he's up because Duran and Devers are next. Want to get to Bregman in this inning. 0-2. Here's the pitch. It is outside. Jeffrey Glassman is Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, call all 7s. 617-777-7777.
And if it does get to Bregman, they have Trent Thornton down there, the righty, who will likely come in for Bregman.
At the worst, if Bregman hits in this inning, he'd be the tying run. At the worst. 1-2 to Narvaez. Pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line toward the pesky pole. This thing slicing off the pole. Gone! A home run for Carlos Narvaez, and it is 4-3.
Pesky!
says Carlos. Beautiful. And it's a one-run game.
Oh, you love it when you get to see it, and when the good guys do it. The pesky pull homer. That was sweet.
Now, if Bregman hits, he may be the go-ahead run. Here's Duran. Carlos Narvaez's second big league home run. The pitch is strike at the bottom of the zone, a slider, and it's 0-1. What a big swing that is from Narvaez.
Just their fourth hit today, 2 of them being homers.
Hit about 30 feet up the pole. 0-1, swing and a miss, sinker, and it's 0-2. And I think there's going to be a real conversation when Connor Wong comes back, whether Carlos Narvaez is the primary catcher.
Yeah, he's been so good defensively, right? You can deal with the ups and downs offensively. Every once in a while, he can give you a big hit. But he's been so good behind the plate with his pitching staff.
Fenway has come to life. 0-2. Pitch to Duran. Way outside a slider. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Gabe Spire pitching for the 12th time. That's his first earned run allowed this year. 1-2. Way outside. Slider. And it's 2-2. He'd only allowed 4 hits in 10 innings. 12 strikeouts. But Narvaez got him.
The beauty of Fenway Park, you can be late on a fastball and hit it off that pesky pole.
2-2. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball on the right side. Room service hop for Rivas. Throws to first, and Duran is gone. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Here's Raffy Devers against the lefty Spire. 4-3 the score now in the 8th. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Fresh berries are bountiful. On sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Buy 2, get 1 free. Strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Shaw's and Star Market. 0-1. Devers brushed back with a fastball. I think you're right. Thornton's going to come on to face Bregman, who's on deck. Red Sox have Chapman throwing. They'd love to bring him in a tie game or better. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he's missed a ton of fastballs today, has Devers, and it's 1-2.
I mean, they have challenged him this entire series with fastballs in the upper quadrants where it's a little tougher to catch up to. He just hasn't made that adjustment.
They come in waves against him. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him again with a fastball. I mean, this is one of those ruts for Devers. And they're 2 away for Bregman. And here comes Dan Wilson, bringing the right-hander Thornton to face Bregman. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan has got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Narvaez has made it a 1-run game. Bregman has a chance to tie it against Thornton when we come back. 4-3, bottom 8. From Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us. And Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to drainsbyjames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Trent Thornton is on to face Alex Bregman. 4-3 Mariners in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cooper Boardman tells us that no one in the American League has seen a higher percentage of fastballs Then Rafi Devers, 43% of the pitches thrown to him have been fastballs, and he's just not done enough damage on them.
Yeah, there's going to have to be another adjustment made. His swing's getting long, his hands are dragging behind him, and just not able to catch up to the heat.
Cooper will be with you tomorrow night in Cleveland.
Looking forward to it. Finally, get somebody else in here.
Give you a little mental health break.
Well, then the rest of the road trip, I'm on TV, so it'll be you guys holding it down, and you'll get the break.
You'll be with OB talking Sox.
That's it.
Guardians and Blue Jays on this road trip. I love going to Toronto. Coop's in for a treat. That city, that hotel, that ballpark. Here's Alex Bregman, the pitch outside. Slider, and it's 1-0. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite stop in the major leagues? I mean, I get to see my brother in California, my family. I love that. But other than that, Toronto is at the top of the list for me. 1-0. Bregman's had a huge game. The pitch is outside. Cutter, and it's 2-0. Bregman homered in the first, singled in a run in the third, and walked in the sixth.
Yeah, tons of sweepers and curveballs versus right-handed batters for Thornton.
2-0, the pitch. Swinging a drive down the left field line. Gone if fair. It is hooking toward the pole, and it is foul underneath the Coca-Cola sign. And it's 2-1. He's on it today, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Got the hanger there, 2-0. It's a sweeper, just stayed at the top of the zone. He just got it just a little much out front.
2-1. The pitch is outside. Slider. And it's 3-1. Well, you got the left-handed hitter with power, Wilyer Abreu, on deck.
Right, but they're pitching Bregman much more carefully, even with the righty that come in to face him, because Wilyer has not been swinging the bat well.
3-1. Here's the pitch. It is fouled back. Man, a cutter in the middle of the plate. Bregman just laid on it, and it's 3-2. Crochet did not have his best stuff tonight. Battled through 5 innings, 4 runs against him. 3-2 to Bregman. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and popped up in a shallow center field. Back on it goes Rivas. In comes Rodriguez, and he makes an unbelievable basket catch. Does the second baseman Rivas. Back to the plate. Merry Christmas. What a grab, and the inning is over. Narvaez gets the Red Sox in a run. We go to the 9th, 4-3 Seattle. The Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at NissanUSA.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
I'm Rhett. And I'm Link. And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD-1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Luis Guerrero continues in the game, and Randy Arozarena pops the first pitch of the ninth inning up toward third. Bregman comes in, and he's there. A little snow cone grab. One pitch, one.
Big league pop-up.
Here's a crazy stat for you, Will. Mariners 3 outs away from winning the back end of this series back-to-back. This would be and is the first time since 2001 that they've had back-to-back quality starts in this ballpark. Jamie Moyer and Freddie Garcia did it in August of 2001. Here is Mitch Garver, who takes a fastball.
It was a decent year for those guys.
Yeah, 116 wins.
That's all.
Jamie Moyer, the ageless wonder. Red Sox did not get that one right. The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner.
So that was obviously like Griffey, Buhner, Boone, Edgar. No biggie.
Sure.
Moyer flipping 82 mile per hour two-seamers up there.
Incredible ball
Which he
club.
did for 30 years, it felt like.
How could you trade Jay Buhner? 0-2 to Mitch Garver. Pitch. Lined toward you beneath our booth, and it stays 0-2. 116 and 46, the 2001 Mariners. Dan Wilson caught the majority of those games for that team. John Olerud, Brett Boone, Carlos Guillen,
Olerud,
Ichiro, Edgar. Here is a swing and a miss at a slider, and there are 2 away in this top of the ninth inning.
That sweeper from Guerrero is a pitch he worked on a ton this spring training, trying to have a better secondary pitch. His fastball has so much life, but there wasn't a lot of secondary stuff to his repertoire, and it looked good right there, I'll tell you that.
2 down. Here's Jorge Polanco pinch hitting. You know who played 17 games for the 2001 Mariners?
Oh, hold on. Got me thinking now. Adrian Beltre.
No, he's in the Red Sox dugout. 2 down. Here's Polanco's swing and a miss at a slider.
Cora.
It's 0-1. Ramon Vasquez.
I thought Cora was Cora. No, Cora wasn't there at any point.
His brother was on the 95 Mariners team that beat the New York Yankees.
Yes,
that remarkable hit from Edgar. In fact, Cora, Joey, scored the big run. As a changeup misses outside, and it's 1-1.
That's what I had in my head for Cora. Wrong Cora.
1-1. Jorge Polanco has had a great year so far. He fouls this pitch off at his feet, a slider, and it's 1-2. The updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. Mass Lottery celebrates the game we love, from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all of our 351 cities and towns. 1-2, Guerrero to Polanco. The pitch. Line drive on the ground into right field, a base hit. And more like a hard grounder for Polanco. He just keeps on hitting, and the top of the ninth continues.
Yeah, that was a slider right there, just hung up middle for him. And the way he's swinging the bat, you can't miss there.
All eyes will be on Green Bay a little bit later tonight. NFL draft. The Titans pick first. Everybody expects them to take Cam Ward, the quarterback from Miami. And then the drama sort of picks up. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, others. What will the Pats be able to do it for?
I wonder if they just go with the, was it Will Campbell?
Yeah.
Which would make sense. You got to protect that quarterback. He does need weapons. I get it, but.
Here's Ben Williamson batting from the right side against Guerrero. 4-3 Mariners, and the ninth pitch is outside. This is the funniest thing to me by far about draft season is hearing all these people talk about the arm length of linemen. Oh, he's got 33-inch long arms. Like a T-Rex. Here's a pitch that swung on and missed by Williamson. It's 1-1. Seattle. Guerrero throws fastball high. You do a very good Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I would have gotten a lot closer to you, but I'm attached with my headset.
I would have gone Raptor on you. 2-1. Williamson looking good. Pitch is driven high in the gap into right center field. Long run back to his right for Abreu. He will get there on the run and make the play and keep it a one-run ball game. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Willier, Story, and Casas. Munoz coming on for the Mariners. One-run game in the ninth on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern. Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Hey there, I'm Kendra Adachi, and my show, The Lazy Genius Podcast, helps you be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't, and you get to decide what matters. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a new way to see. Episodes of the Lazy Genius Podcast are full of compassionate time management tips and permission slips to do what makes sense for you. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow and listen to the Lazy Genius Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Andres Munoz, one of the great closers in the game. Perfect 8 for 8. Looking for a save for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Wilyer Abreu leads it off for the Red Sox. 4-3 Seattle. The pitch is a strike. Slider at the bottom of the zone. And it is 0-1 against Munoz. First look for Abreu. 0-1. Pitch outside, fastball. 12 scoreless innings, only 5 hits with 15 strikeouts for Munoz. Last year, 22 saves. 1-1. He throws. Wilyer drives one high in the air into center field. Julio back at the warning track. Leaps up a little bit in front of the wall. He's there to make the play. And Wilyer just missed that one. 1 out in the ninth.
Yeah, there's been a couple balls hit to center and to right center that I thought have had a chance, and they've been caught. The wind is just knocking those balls down. That was a great swing by Wilyer. Just missed one.
So here now, Trevor Story. I don't think quite a sellout here on this Thursday afternoon. The attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or crispy sandwich spice just right here in the ballpark is Story. Takes ball one. You want to get the tying run on base. Story today is grounded to short, struck out and lined to first. Rowdy Tellez is the new first baseman for the Mariners. 1-0 swing and a foul. 90-mile-an-hour fastball inside half, and it's 1-1.
Just such a tough at bat. His fastball average is almost 99 miles an hour. He's 98 to 100. He can get up to 102, but he throws his slider 45% of the time, which makes that fastball play up even more.
1-1 to Story. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 100 at the knees on the black. And it's 1-2.
Baseball gods bless the Red Sox with some nice shadows while facing one of the better closers in the game.
Not easy at all from the man from Los Mochis, Mexico. 1-2 to Story. 1 down in the bottom of the ninth. Here it is. And a foul back to the screen. A slider. I think Trevor'd like another look at that.
That was just a hanger slider. 89. That's the mistake, right? Because even when a fastball's over the plate for Munoz, you don't really get a good look at it. You can hear it better than you can see it when it's at 100 miles an hour.
Shadows might have hurt Story there. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and the Red Sox last hope is coming up in Tristan Casas. Well, the Red Sox took 3 of 4 from the White Sox, won the opener in this series, put them 3 games above 500, but in danger of dropping this series to the Mariners. 2 down, here's Casas. The hit by pitch is 0 for 2. The pitch is outside. Slider, and it's 1-0. I think undeniably, if somehow Casas could get on base here, Romy would run for him.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
1-0. Munoz delivers. Tristan checks his swing, or did he? He did not. He goes around on a slider that is a strike, and it's 1-1. And now Tristan call for time. He did not agree with that decision. The thing is, I thought he clipped the bottom of the zone anyway.
Well, what hitters get annoyed with is check swings when home plate umpires just call it themselves.
Without asking.
When the other umpires can see it much better. Just ask for help. 2
down in the ninth. 4-3 Mariners. 1-1. The pitch is outside. Called a strike. Wow. And now it's 1-2 to Casas. He just has not had a good zone, Carlos Torres. So down to their last strike. 1-2. The pitch is low. Slider. And it's 2-2. If the inning continues, Christian Campbell would be next. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 down in the ninth to Casas. Here's the pitch. And that's low. Slider. And it's 3-2 to Casas. Fans rise at Fenway.
It's been all sliders the entire at bat.
3-2. Here's the pitch. And it's outside, ball 4. Casas draws a walk. He is the tying run. They will certainly run for him. And it'll continue for Christian Campbell.
I mean, what a great at bat, right? You're facing one of the better arms in the whole game. You get all sliders, 5 slider row, and then 99 just above the zone, and you're able to spit on it for a big ball 4. Bringing the go-ahead run to the plate here, Christian Campbell.
So Romy is going to come on and run here. Visit to the mound for Munoz. Chance to be the hero for Christian Campbell. I think that the Red Sox will give any thought to having Romy take off here.
Munoz is pretty slow to the plate, but you need to make sure that you get a very good jump. That's a fact. You cannot make the last out at second base. But I'm with you. They're definitely giving a lot of thought, putting on that green light for Romy.
Only 1 attempted steal against him this year, Munoz. Of course, there's 7 base runners.
Maybe the only guy that got on.
Cool moment for Christian Campbell, who struck out 3 times today. Romy's got a big lead over at first. Held over there by Tellez. Garver, the catcher. Pitch to Campbell is up and in. Fastball at 100 miles an hour. And it's 1-0.
Yeah, he could smell that one. That was right under his chin. Look out.
4-3 Seattle in the bottom of the 9th inning. Andres Munoz sets. He throws. Christian takes a strike. 100 miles an hour at the knees on the inside corner.
Just feel like Romy can time up Munoz here. He just watch his hands, Willie. Right before he goes to the plate, he moves his hands up, he sets, and then goes.
Not running, the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball toward third, inside the line. They call it a foul ball. Wow. Might be a good break for the Red Sox since the third baseman Williamson was over there. They call it foul. It's 1-2. I thought that went right over the bag.
Well, Williamson gets to it easy because they're playing in what you call no doubles.
Just
no
show
doubles.
the replay. But, Will, I think that's a massive break for the Red Sox.
It looked like it went right over the bag, didn't it?
Let's see if Campbell can cash it in. 1-2. Romy goes here. 2 down, bottom 9, 4-3 Seattle. Here's the pitch. Campbell swings and misses. He is struck out, and the ball game is over. The Mariners win it 4-3. They take 2 of 3 in this series, and a disappointing way for the Red Sox to close the homestand. 4-3 the final. Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
In 2009, 3 days before Halloween, a grisly crime stunned the seaport town of Anacortes, Washington.
I can only describe it as evil.
From 48 Hours, this is Trained to Kill, the dog trainer, the heiress, and the bodyguard.
He couldn't control his obsession.
Who was the hunter and who was the hunted? Follow and listen to Trained to Kill on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Red Sox fall in this finale, and they lose this series, dropping 2 of 3 to the Seattle Mariners, a club that historically they played great against at Fenway Park. But 4-3 the final score today. That ends the homestand. The Red Sox will go 4-3 on it. And they'll be off to Cleveland and Toronto on the upcoming road trip beginning tomorrow. Today, the Red Sox get 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They leave 4. The Mariners, 4 runs, 9 hits. No errors and 12 left. And I think pretty definitively, Will Middlebrooks, as we begin the Nissan postgame show, this was the rockiest start we've seen from Garrett Crochet. It was just surprising how little command he had from the get-go.
That was a very human start, I guess.
Yeah,
you don't normally see him that way with 5 walks, the most he's ever had in an outing in his career, up to 110 pitches, only 65 strikes. But it's just, even with, and that shows you, even in this league, if you have the pure elite top of the line stuff, if you're not getting strike one, if you're constantly in hitters counts, you're not going to find yourself having a very good day on the mound.
The Red Sox only had 3 base runners after the 3rd inning. One of them a homer from Narvaez off the pesky pole. 2 walks, 1 from Bregman, and then 1 from Casas. So, look, we knew coming into this series, Will, that the Mariners were going to be a tough out because they pitch really well. But the problem is, of course, the Red Sox win the opener. They get the best of Miller. And then, Newcomb yesterday got hit very hard. They just didn't capitalize on chances late, the Red Sox. Today, Brian Wu was awesome, but still, just disappointing overall offensively, I thought, in this 3-game series.
Yeah, you're starting to see some guys get up there really long swings against fastballs up in the zone, and with all the scouting reports and the information available to other teams, available to everyone right now in this era of baseball, teams are going to continue to just take advantage of your deficiencies, what you're not good at. So you're going to see teams to continue to throw fastballs up in the zone until the Red Sox start to shorten up and make a big adjustment.
Especially Rafi Devers, who just sees nothing but heat these days. So 4-3, the Mariners win. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Sox pitchers today, Crochet Weissert, Hendricks, and Guerrero combined for 8 strikeouts. That means another $400 donated to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. For every double the Red Sox hit, we're going to donate $50 to the American Diabetes Association, brought to you in part by the Mass Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. One double for Jaron Duran, $50, and so far this season, $150 donated to the Mass Health Connector. We'll step aside, continue on the Nissan Postgame show right after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio.
Do you know what really went down the night John Belushi died? Or about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's snatch and grab gang and The Rock's nearly 10 arrests? These stories and more are told in the new podcast, Hollywoodland, where true crime and Tinseltown collide. Hollywoodland is hosted by me, Jake Brennan, creator of the award-winning music and true crime podcast, Disgraceland. Follow and listen to Hollywoodland wherever you get your podcasts.
Network.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
Hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
Hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the Nissan Rogue. Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply, subject to third-party service availability. Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features. At Citizens, we know when you're into something, you seek out advice. We all do. When you're into fitness, you got a trainer.
Another 12 reps. Let's go.
Wellness, a meditation expert.
And breathe.
And a stylist when you realized fuchsia wasn't your color.
That's so you.
So, what about advice for your money? From making a plan to reaching your goals, Citizens has the guidance you've been looking for all along. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Get started at your local branch or online at citizensbank.com/made-ready.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 150 megabit internet for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get up to a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment and paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change.
Try Hulu with ads for only $9.99 a month after a free month trial to stream exclusive originals and more like action movies, the rush of romance sparks fly as Becky and Jess's feud reaches its boiling point in Una terra molto lontana. Cut. Let's just say foreign films. You know what? It's all here. Just get the free trial and see for yourself at hulu.com/start. New and returning subscribers only. After free trial ends, plan auto renews at $9.99 a month. Let's cancel. Terms apply.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, we continue on the Nissan postgame show here from Fenway Park. 4-3, the Mariners win the game and the series. They take 2 of 3. The Sox are off to Cleveland and Toronto after we're done here today. Walker Buehler will be on the mound. He's been really good for 3 straight for the Red Sox. He'll take the ball tomorrow at the home of the Cleveland Guardians. The Subaru of New England scoreboard, a little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Giants and Brewers tied at 2 after 3. Tampa is in Arizona later tonight. Texas at the home of the, I guess, Sacramento Athletics. I don't think they're, I don't know what to call them right now.
The A's.
They're just the A's.
They're
Homeless A's.
They're actually playing pretty good
Swing
baseball,
it.
too.
Yeah, they do have a really good club. They got some swagger with Butler and Rooker and Miller and all those guys. Soderstrom with 9 home runs, right?
They've been fun. I mean, that's like, they kind of feel like they're playing with house money at this point, right? No one expects them to be good. You're in a minor league park. And
well, they're playing with somebody's money, just not their owners. They will tonight be hosting the Texas Rangers. Kansas City hosts Colorado, and Pittsburgh is in Los Angeles. Red Sox fall 4-3. For every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should, too. 877 Cars for Kids, or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car. That is, course, Cars with a K. Willier Abreu and Carlos Narvaez are circling the bases with their children. Willie Jr. just touched home plate. Gotta love that. And let's see the Twins right now, as the Red Sox will go to Cleveland tomorrow for a weekend series and then off the Toronto division game. So important at any point in the season. You touched on it at the end of the broadcast, Will. Look, this offense has been too streaky, and they've scored runs in bunches. It seems like the 3-run homer has been such a huge part of everything they've done. But I think that especially Devers, Story, and Abreu have got to be better against the 4-seam fastball with velocity.
100%. And that's the pitch that everybody wants. That's the pitch that guys are building rotations and bullpens with, because it is, in this era of launch angle and trying to swing up on the baseball, you can find some holes at the top of the strike zone with 95 plus of guys not being able to catch up to that pitch. And if they do, it's just a foul ball. So you're going to have to see some of these guys shorten up. And when they're at their best, we've seen it with Trevor Story over the last couple of weeks. Line drives up the middle, get him locked back in.
So the Red Sox drop 2 of 3 from the Seattle Mariners. Today's play of the game brought to you by McFarland Energy. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush. And McFarlandEnergy.com. I really thought the 2-out hit, the 2-run double by Mitch Garver, really set the tone against Garrett Crochet and really set the wheels in motion. Crochet just was not very sharp today, 5 innings. I mean, in the end, he struck out 9, but he walked a career-high 5. So the Red Sox really wanted a little bit more than that from Crochet. So it goes. Look to get it going again tomorrow. The Red Sox will have Walker Buehler on the mound in Cleveland. The Guardians, they did lose the series finale to the New York Yankees yesterday, but they are a great club. Jose Ramirez, I think, is the unheralded superstar in the game. And you got Tanner Houck on the mound against Ben Lively, and a chance to sort of measure up against one of the really good teams in the AL.
Yeah, they're well coached, too. There was Stephen Vogt. He's fresh out of, he was playing just a couple of years ago. So this is a team that does a lot of little things right. They run the bases well. They can pitch. We got to make some adjustments from this series. Now, I don't want to say they played terrible in this series. I think Seattle was a very good team.
Yeah.
And they had a really good plan of attack against these hitters, which was the fastball that we just talked about a lot. But you got to expect the Guardians to take that same approach after watching this series.
I think that the one thing this week has shown, well, two really. We talked about the fastballs, but, if the Red Sox are going to go where they'd like to be this season, well, I think it's clear that they need to hit the heater more, that's for sure. And then sort of that second wave of the bullpen needs to be better. Because in this homestand, 2 games got away from them that were totally winnable when it wasn't the Chapman, Slayton, Whitlock lanes.
The bridge guys, the middle innings, the 6th, 7th inning guys, they got to throw more strikes, right? The last thing you want to do in those situations, whether you're up a couple runs or down a couple runs, you're going to keep it close, and you can't walk guys. Let the ball be put in play. Give your defense a chance to make a play. You can't defend the walk.
Tomorrow's game is on Apple TV. You're going to have the road trip on Nesson, but tomorrow you'll be with Cooper Boardman in Cleveland, and then I'll join Coop for Saturday and Sunday and the games in Toronto. Hope you guys have fun.
Oh, we will. We will. Don't miss us. Don't miss me too bad.
No, I just heard that your departure from Fenway is delayed by about 3 hours, so I'm not unhappy to miss that part of it. You'll be having dinner in the back bay sometime here in just a moment.
Can't tell if you're serious.
I'm
or not.
dead serious. The Red Sox lose to the Mariners 4-3, and they drop 2-3 here. Thanks to Doug Lane in the flagship booth, the Joe Castiglione radio booth, and Joe Braverman back at the studios of WEEI. Cooper Boardman and Will Middlebrooks will take care of you tomorrow. I'll talk to you Saturday in Cleveland. Tomorrow night is a 7:10 first pitch, East Coast time, which means the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show can be heard beginning at 6:10. For Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming saying so long from Fenway Park. 4-3, the Mariners win the game and the series on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You have been listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. You have been listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual Insurance.